welcome back to Irons United. I am Anton, of course. You are live for our match day live. We are here bringing you some team news announcements. We're going to do a live watch along, and straight after that, we're going to come to you live with a review. Of course, I am Anton. You know everything about Irons United. If you're here, get the comments in, get the let's get the chat on the go. We're here to have a little bit of banter, a good laugh. So make sure you join in as much as we possibly can. We do know we're playing Manchester United tonight, and we're just waiting for Stell to come in to see if we've got some news on the team. It's probably one of those kind of worst kept secrets around, 10 minutes before the team news gets announced, that you get some information on what's going on. So we'll come to you with some team news, but we are hearing some rumours kicking about that it might be unchanged. And for me personally, I'd happily take an unchanged side moving into this game tonight. But what I would like to see is some early substitutions made, which will be really, really key. Also, get your comments in and let us know your thoughts on the new theme tune. It's a little bit different. It's not as, what was it that Still described it as? Aggressive, doesn't make you want to slit your wrists, etc. But then again, I did describe it like it was, that was like supporting West Ham, etc. And like I said, guys, please keep your comments coming in. We'll try and bring them up as we possibly can. So we'll go from there. But like we said, we do know that the rumours are rife within West Ham, letting you know that there's probably not going to be unchanged side from the West Ham side. So we're predicting that this is going to be our starting lineup tonight against Manchester United, an unchanged side from the game against Watford, which was a fantastic victory. I think you probably joined us for our preview last night. Myself and Stell were discussing what we would potentially do. So Fredericks, we think, was on the mend, but I don't think you need to change a winning side. It's funny I say that because I contradicted myself a few weeks ago for one of the games we were talking about. But, in particular, a player that we can talk about is Ben Johnson. I thought his performance was a good professional performance against Watford. And on their day, Watford are, I know they're struggling, and I know they've been awful the past couple of games, but, they when Nigel Pearson came in, he did get them in a bit of a run. So I think it's really good that he is starting again. I think it's good for his confidence. It's good for consistency in the defensive lineup. And it will give that back four that confidence moving forward. So like I said, I just want to confirm that we think this is, we think this is the lineup. We're told that we think this is the lineup tonight for West Ham. And I think it's a positive lineup, to be honest. I think maybe the only player questionable, and get your comments in and let me know if you think the same. Pablo Fornals, do you think he's been performing to the highest level? We know he's capable of doing well and playing well on his day, but I think he's been a little bit quieter in comparison to some of the other players that have been performing at the highest level. Although what I will say is his assist for the goal, for Antonio's first goal against Watford, was just phenomenal. So, consistency, team selection is massively important for West Ham, and that's what we definitely need. But we will be coming to you to break the news officially when West Ham do announce the team news. We will bring that up to you, etc. But like I said, make sure you get the comments in, and let's have a look and see who's joining us tonight. So yeah, we have quite a few guys in. Hope you're all well. We've got Hammer Mulder. Good morning from California, chaps. Said make one change, save Martin Noble for Sunday, put Fornals in the middle, Antonio in the wing, and Haller up front. I think that's what a lot of fans would like to see, Hammer Mulder. The but to that is we are winning right now, or we're playing better. And I made a strong case for the reason why I would keep the team the same, and that is the kind of diamond of Souček, Noble and Rice. So if we do, I'm going to bring up what we believe the starting lineup will be here. Let's have a look now. I'm trying to remove that comment so you can actually read it here. So what you actually see here is the Souček, Rice and Noble. Noble's playing a lot more forward. He's protected by Souček and Rice. When you dissect Declan Rice's game, when he's been playing in that kind of triangle of three midfielders, he's been absolutely covering everything that comes through Noble and Souček. Souček's given us the legs that Noble hasn't had and has lost maybe over the last few years. But Noble's given us a different threat moving forward because he is a clever footballer and he can absolutely do things moving forward. So let me know what you think on that potential lineup that we're talking to about there. So yeah, I get the point that you're making, Hammer Molder, about put Fornals in the middle, Antonio in the wing, Haller up front. I think a lot of people would like to see that, but I think as long as David Moyes makes the substitutions earlier today, considering the pressure is slightly off, it'd be nice just to confirm 100% that we are safe. Listen, I know we're safe, but it'd be nice just to have that clarification. It'd be really good. What's Haller going to provide that Antonio can't? Listen, I get your point. Antonio's been fantastic since the restart. Antonio's been a fantastic servant for the club and still will continue to be. There's no ifs or buts about it, though. If we play to Haller's strengths, I think we've got a fantastic striker on our hands. And I don't think you change a winning team, but for tonight in particular, I think he needs to get some game time because coming thick and fast is the new season. So very quickly we will be needing all our players. And I know there was a rumour kicking about today about Haller going to Monaco, but that's not for me. That's maybe one of those other rumours that are kicking about. And do you know what? No ifs or buts about it. Clubs will be sniffing around all these types of players who haven't made the impact that we want, but we'll see. Let's have a look. So Hammer Molder, just think Haller needs game time. He needs to get some confidence back. Again, totally agree with you, but do you know what? When we are so close to the new season starting, it's so important that West Ham play with some form of consistency and keep the confidence going. And it's a good position to be in to bring someone like Sebastian Haller off the bench. And I do think we'll see him today, and I do think we'll see him get some more game time. So let's see what happens. Let me take this image off. And we'll go through the comments again. Rhesus Sardonicus might have thought Villa would be a better team to do that against, though. Yeah, possibly. But, they won last night, 1-0 against Arsenal. It's never a relegation battle without a team fighting for survival, and that's always going to happen. So they did that last night. They got the result, and, I know they have to turn over, between them and Watford, have to turn over, 12 to 13 goals of a difference, but the chances of that are extremely slim. But we are up against, and let's not forget, we are up against a confident Manchester United if you take Premier League form. 19 games, I think it was, something unbeaten in the league, or the players are scoring goals. Young boy Greenwood, Rashford. Let's get some of their stats up for you just now. Martial, 17 goals in the Premier League, 8 assists. Rashford, 17 goals in the Premier League, 11 assists. And Greenwood, 9 goals in the Premier League with 5 assists, and he's only 18. Another one of those young, youthful players that they're bringing through the ranks to give every other club problems when they're with their attacking side. So we need to be up for the challenge today, and I think we're definitely going to have to work hard for something today. And let's just hope West Ham don't turn up too cocky after getting a great victory. And at the end of the day, we are up against Manchester United, who are challenging for a Champions League position. Let's have a look here. Also, I really like Fornals, but not on the wing. I think the only way he will beat United is on the break, and Fornals is too slow. I do think Fornals is too slow. Be interesting to see if we get to see some Anderson today. I think we will. It's 5 substitutions, and this is going to be a perfect time for Moyes to give us a little bit of squad rotation. And I think it's time that we see some of these players, albeit if you fans don't fancy him, don't like him, don't think he's doing it for West Ham, that's fine. That's your opinion. We're all out our own opinion. But for me personally, I want to see what he is. Listen, we know what he's capable of, but I definitely would love to see him come off the bench. Definitely. Joe, how are you doing, mate? Hope you are well. Love this kind of match. West Ham have nothing to lose, and Man United are trying to get to Europe. Come on, you Irons. Isn't it funny though, Joe? Like, you come to the end of the season, and if West Ham are usually in a relegation battle, so technically you could say, not mathematically, well, mathematically you could say West Ham are still in a relegation battle. It's a crazy mathematician, but you could technically say it, and Man United are challenging for something that's important to them, and we all know what West Ham like to do when Man United are challenging for something interesting. So let's hope we're in for a good game. That will be definitely interesting. Don't worry, we are going to have guests coming on. We're just waiting in the background for Stell and a few more guests coming on in no time. You're probably getting fed up listening to me. Maybe you're not. Maybe you get to actually hear my voice for once, and it's actually something I quite like to do. Maybe we should just let Stell present the show, and I should have an opinion for once. Maybe you're fed up of hearing Stell's opinions. We don't know. So let us know all the comments. Relegated Norwich got Pearson the sack. What next? Deny Man United Champions League football and beat Villa. Could you imagine, actually? Yeah, when you think about that, it's not a bad end to the season. But listen, at the end of the day, 37 points is not a fantastic return. And if we end up with 43 or 40 or 38, it's still not a great return. We've got problems. Stell, I think you meant to write that on your own account, not the Irons United account. So give that one away. Let's see. Slaps, I know you put that comment up before I was talking. I know you did because I seen it come up before I started speaking. So Joe Stanley, you love it. You love the graphics. Stell, how are you? Team news has been announced. Are we? We're going for the same team?
Afternoon, mate.
Oh, yeah, you're quiet, Stell.
Am I? Why am I quiet?
I can hear you. No, I can hear you.
Hear me?
You've just got a delay for some reason.
Oh, yeah. It catches up. The team news is exactly the same as we predicted, mate.
Yep. Good.
So yeah.
What's your thoughts then?
I think, as I said last night, I would have liked to have seen Allaire start. To be quite honest with you, but it's not a big deal that the team is the same. It's a winning team, as people say, so it's fine. But as you said earlier, mate, I heard you earlier. I hope we can have a few subs coming on a bit earlier than normal. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. I hope we get a few subs coming on a little bit earlier, rather than there's no reason to keep subs sitting there waiting to come on the pitch. So I hope if we can bring subs on a bit earlier, I think it'll be fine. But I'm glad Johnson. Apparently, Fredericks didn't even travel today, so I'm glad Johnson's got another opportunity to play today. Same lineup, same formation. You know, nothing to play for. I mean, I can't believe we're saying this with 2 games to go, but nothing to play for. But it'd be really nice to see it'd be really nice to see 45 minutes of someone like Allaire, maybe Anderson to come on and have a bit of a run out. You know, a couple of players that have been on the fringes over the past few weeks would be quite nice, actually.
Absolutely. Well, tell you what, though, Stell, before we move on, let's have a look at Manchester United's starting 11. And of course, as we do know, they are starting with a crazy, crazy attack. The players that like to move forward and cause problems for defences. So we'll get the team up for you extremely soon, and you can actually read it as we're talking it through. But I just want to talk about the forward line in particular. Still, starting from Pogba, moving forward to Greenwood, Fernandes, Rashford and Martial, 3 of the players that didn't start against Chelsea in the FA Cup semi-final are starting tonight.
All the players that we mentioned the other day. Greenwood, 9 goals in the Premier League, 5 assists at the age of 18. Fernandes, a phenomenon. 12 appearances with 7 Premier League goals. Rashford, 17 league goals, 22 goals in total, 11 assists at the age of 22. Martial, 22 goals in total, 17 Premier League, 8 assists. I mean, for goodness sake, they've got goals galore, haven't they? And they're going for it. They need to. They've got no choice, haven't they? They've really got to go all out tonight and get a proper result. Which is, as I heard you saying earlier, I hope we're not complacent. I hope we don't sit back too much, and I hope we don't. They're going to have most of the ball anyway. But I really, really hope that they don't exploit that, because they've got great players to exploit that. Bruno Fernandes, I love Bruno Fernandes, fantastic player. You know, he'll dominate the midfield if he's allowed to do so. So Absolutely. We've got to, But what can you say about them? They're going for it. They're absolutely going for it, and no surprise, I guess, really.
Absolutely not. Listen, let's for anyone that's watching, let me just do a rerun of the West Ham's starting 11 to take on Manchester United tonight, 6 o'clock kickoff.
I thought you got rid of that bloody music.
No. Listen, it's hard work
mate.
when you're constantly trying to get graphics, when you're trying to do everything. You suddenly sort out some decent music for the intro, and then bang, you forget to do something for the starting lineup. It's like, we'll get it
honestly,
changed, don't worry. But listen, do you know what? Sometimes you need to just mix it up and
mix it up. What are you, a DJ?
Yeah. Still, that was the starting lineup. No changes. Ben Johnson starts. Antonio, who's on fantastic form since his project restart. Souček, Bowen, Fornals. It's a positive lineup. It's a good step for West Ham. We've got let's talk about the trio though in the middle of the park. Let's talk about Rice, Noble, and Souček. I know we spoke about it again in the preview last night, but I did say that I didn't think there would be some changes. I think that I think we'll see some early substitutions from Moyes. Listen, I know he's not got a history of doing it, but when the foot's off the pedal a little bit, but sorry, I'm reading the comments. It's quite funny.
What about the music?
No, what is he? Yeah, I'm just... sorry.
What are they saying?
Mark Hughes, maybe you should go and get a job at Stoke, mate, because they're missing. They're doing that well just now. So yeah, talk about the triangle in the middle of the park and how important they've been for West Ham.
Well, they as I said the other day, they look like they're beginning to have a real understanding between each other. They know who's going to break forward. They know who needs to sit back, and it was good to see. But also the fact that Noble is sitting further forward means he doesn't have to, what we discussed the other night, he doesn't have to worry about defending. He can leave that to Souček and to Rice. So I think that's a really good thing. It's a clever way to use Noble. It's a really clever way to use him. So yeah, great. But yeah. I do fear I'm actually putting I'm putting an image of the Man United lineup together as we speak, and I'm looking at it and I'm going, bloody hell, it's like we got our work cut out for us. Let's put it that way.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Now, there's one player that Man United have got. We spoke about their potential weak link, and it's funny.
If there's a weak link, yeah.
Who would have thought that this player would have been spoken about in that manner? But it's David De Gea. Listen, we've got some. We've had 40 appearances this season. Of course, he's a keeper. He's 29 years old, but he's not been on form. He's been struggling the last couple of weeks, probably the last couple of months. We know he is capable of a howler. That's a very West Ham typical keeper to have. Now, for the first time in a long time, we've got a keeper that we're really, really confident in. And the comments just come in there saying, early doors, we need to test. You know what? Still,
we do.
I know, with respect to opposition we've played in the last few games, what's nice to see is West Ham attempting things. So taking several shots, testing the keeper, testing the defence. Why not? Why not just put the team out there and just start testing De Gea from distance? When you look at the mistakes he's been making, and in particular against Chelsea, it's a no-brainer. And that's something I'd be, if I was Moyes, I would be saying to those boys up top, listen, test the keeper early doors. Antonio,
he's going to be nervous, and it's only got to take one early mistake for him to get even more nervous. So I agree. And the irony is, we finally found our shooting boots, haven't we? We finally found a way of actually looking at. We're creating chances. We're having shots. We're having shots. We're having shots on target, and give it a try. Shot from outside the box. See what happens. Don't disagree with that at all.
Absolutely. Have we got the graphic up yet? Or
no? Yeah, I'm still doing it while I'm talking.
Right, cool. We're going to have our first guest coming on. Hopefully, it's just kicking in. Let's bring him in. Cess, unchanged tonight against Manchester United. What's your thoughts?
I'm not really surprised, to be honest. I would have done the exact same thing. You can't really change a winning team, you'd say. You can't really change it. I think with Man United's team, I'm not surprised that they've changed. They've gone from the 4 at the back this time instead of going 3 at the back. Because I see at the game against Chelsea, It was not working for them at all. They were just like, they looked all over the place. Even though they rested a few players, they just looked like completely all over the place, from my opinion. But for me, I think we can. I think with that team, I think we could nick a draw. Personally, I don't know if I'm going crazy or not, but I feel like we can nick a draw or something.
I love that confidence. Yes, I love that confidence. But listen, I'm not even going to say I'm not. I mean, I predicted a victory. I've predicted a victory for West Ham. But what is scary? What is scary, mate, when you look at that side is the going forward threat. I mean, you know, Pogba's found a little bit of form again. Greenwood is just this unearthed diamond in the rough that's just coming out, scoring goals left, right, and centre. Fernandes, talk to me about Fernandes, mate.
He's their playmaker. He's the one that we really got to stop. Like, I know, like Pogba, he's like been in and out of form, but like I think Fernandes is really the one that we have to like be very, very wary of, because he's the one that like his play, got everything pretty much runs through him. I think personally, from what I've seen, and then that's how like the likes of Martial and Rashford, even Greenwood, that's how they all click. And another one is Greenwood as well. You got to be careful with him. He's the one for the future, personally, for me.
I mean, they do. They keep unearthing these kind of quality youth players, but not just the quality, but they come in and make massive impacts, like in the first starting lineup. I mean, he's given Ole Gunnar Solskjaer problems, but it's not really problems. It's good problems. It's, you know, let's bring this youth player up through the ranks, and he's banging in goals left, right, and centre and causing defences problems. And we've got the team running along the bottom there. And I think, I don't know, still, how many goals between them? It's a little bit frightening to think that, you know, and that's always been my concern about West Ham. You know, their weakest point, Cess, is De Gea, but our weakest point is our defence. You know, you can't help but think that.
Well, I'm trying to count the number of Premier League goals. So you got 34, 41, and then Greenwood 9. So you got 50 goals between those three players. Those four players: Rashford, Martial, Fernandes, and Greenwood. 17, 34, 41, 50 goals.
Yeah.
only 50 goals. Really? Only 50 goals between them. I mean,
yeah, but do you know what though? Like when we step up against sides like Manchester United, the thing what we don't want to do is do things like packing out the midfield. Like there's no point. They've got quality in abundance there. So what we need to do is try and take the game to them. And when we do that against sides like United, City, Liverpool, West Ham turn up. And that's what we need to see tonight. We don't need to see complacency from West Ham. We don't need to see a West Ham coming off the gas, sitting back too much. Totally different if we're protecting a decent lead, or, you know, getting a point over the, you know, we're 1-0 up or we're 1-1 with a minute to go, etc. But there's not a huge amount, you know, we're pretty much, we're safe, guys, right? But
we're safe, Anton. We're safe.
Listen. I know, but
we're safe.
I can't say it, mate. I just can't say it. I'm struggling to say it. It's really tough. But yeah, I know we're safe.
How are we going to lose something like a 14 goal? You know, different. I mean, we got to get annihilated 10-0 tonight and lose 3-0 to Aston Villa or 4-0 to Aston Villa. That ain't going to happen. I mean, all right. I've just scared everyone by saying Rashford, Martial, and Greenwood have got 50, and Fernandes have got 50 goals between them. But even that doesn't mean they're going to score 10 goals tonight. I mean, for F's sake, if they score more than 2, I'll be shocked.
Listen, we're bringing in another guest. It's Luke. You've seen the lineups for both sides. Give us your thoughts.
Afternoon, Luke.
Happy haircut.
Hello,
I'm starting early.
Yeah, I shot.
I'm
started early, especially on that shit as well. I'm quite disappointed actually that Masuaku didn't start.
That's it. I'm off.
and that note,
mate. Honestly, right. I've watched all your videos. I've caught up on all the videos lately, and I've been wanting to come on here and just have a debate with Stel. I ain't got time to do that because we'd be here all night. So I've got my pros and cons of the argument, but generally, look, it's not a shock thing that's put out. I think I would have liked it to have been a bit different. I think I would have liked, you know, Haller and Antonio to go up a little bit. But unfortunately, you know, I know we're sort of safe now. Everyone knows we're safe, and it's like a miracle to relegate us. But I think, Anton, you were saying at the start of the video that West Ham got to try and not be too cocky. And I thought, when have West Ham ever been too cocky in a game? That's just not West Ham at all. And then I was reminded of when we were playing against Watford, ironically, and Pyatt done the Rabona assist to Antonio, and we looked quite cocky then, and we went on to lose 4-2. And this is one of those games where you just think, it would be totally West Ham to just be full of confidence, and Man United, who should be full of confidence as well, and go out and beat us and all that, for us to get a result. But look, I'm wearing the Di Canio shirt, the shirt that he scored against Bartes in Old Trafford, and I've got a strong feeling that you know, Antonio being up front tonight, he could score again and continue his form. I'm hoping where is he on the ranking of the top goal scorers? I mean, he must be right near the top now, sure.
Well, Antonio, since Project Restart, he's numero uno. Like, he scored 7 goals since the return of Project Restart. But, you know, we're speaking about a particular player for Man United, again, without repeating it, but you're coming on, get your opinion across on David De Gea. You know, that's a weak point for United, and that's, myself and Stell were just saying there, like, test the keeper. Test them from minute dot. You know, West Ham have had, I've seen some stats against Burnley, I've seen some stats against Watford and Norwich. West Ham were in the 20s for attempts at goal. That's something you don't see from West Ham on a regular occasion. So, respectfully, I know the opposition, but when you see a keeper that is struggling for the confidence like that, we've got to go for the jugular, I suppose you could say.
Yeah, it's strange, because I remember when he first joined United, there was a lot of critics about him. In fact, quite ironically, like Kepa's getting for Chelsea right now. Young keeper, new to the league, getting more or less dropped into the in deep zone and whatever. And I think when Man City beat them 6-1, there was like a couple of shots outside the goal, outside the box, and was like, wow, you know, how has he got beat by there? But since then, he's come on and he's been a world-class keeper for the last few years. But I don't know what it is. Keepers are weird. I mean, let's face it. Look, Fabianski's saved that season last season, Hammer of the Year. He's been fantastic this season. But since Moyes has come in, since the Project Restart, I think most fans will agree. We've hardly talked about Fabianski, because it's almost like he hasn't had to do as much as he normally would. And I think it's quite nice when we've got the keeper that's in form and they've got the keeper that's out of form. So, you know what? Rice scored a belter the other night, and he's been told by Moyes to shoot a lot more. Maybe get Rice on it. Maybe start pushing Rice a bit forward tonight. He hasn't got a defender as much as he normally would have. It's a really pressured game. So get him on the 30-yarders. Give him some screamers. You know, you like you said, you don't know. But knowing now, like, De Gea would come back and have the game of his life tonight, just to get his confidence back, and it'll be back to normal. And Fabianski will have a few howlers and we'll be on, but we'll be criticising him tonight of all the times.
Luke, I've got something for you, mate.
Can I remind? This is what. Do you know what I was going to do? But you've driven me to it now. Still, you know, you like this. You always play the victim. Like, why am I getting abused? This is why I get abused. Do you remember when under Moyes, when he put Arnautovic up top, much like he's done to Antonio, and Antonio's having exactly the same effect as he had with Arnautovic. Masuaku was played in a more attacking role. He wasn't played as a left back. He was played as a left wing back. We hardly ever saw him defend. He was giving out assists like it was Christmas presents, mate. He was full of it. He was mate, unbelievable wing.
That's where I dispute, because people think that Masuaku's got a whole load of assists, but he hasn't. And I did an analysis on both him and Creswell a couple of months back, and to be quite honest with you, they're on a par. They really are. In fact, Creswell comes up just slightly better because he scored more goals. People have got this myth that Masuaku is great going forward and he assists more. He actually doesn't. I mean, honestly, it looks like he does, but the actual stats show that he hasn't. He made 1 assist this season. Creswell scored 3 goals and I think 2 assists or something like that. You know, and last season was no different. And I think people get, because he is more attack minded, people think, oh well, Masuaku's better going forward. Mate, he ain't. He really isn't.
Do you know what? I thought I was safe. I thought I was safe tonight because Matt normally comes on and does all the logic stuff and the stats and stuff. And honestly, Steve, you just mugged me off. To be fair.
No, I don't mean to, mate. I really don't. I really didn't. But I mean,
the thing is, can you honestly just say this? Can Masuaku was a better player before in Moyes' first stint than he is when he was under Pellegrini?
I think you might be right there. Yeah.
He had potential to be a very, very good, very skillful winger, and he got dropped out the side, and he got injuries, and he come back at left. And we basically went, right, you're back in at left back, where you've been crap since you've been for the club. But the only time he's actually done anything worthwhile, I think he had a good partnership with Arnautovic, but I'm gonna let it go because still you're probably just doing me again with stats. So fine, I'll let it go.
The only thing with Masuaku is he was bought as a left back, but he's not a left, as we all know. But his trade is a left back, and that's the problem with him. And I wish he was better. I wish every West Ham player was better, but we badly need a left back. Well,
listen,
I want to tell him. I do.
If you were in a car and Masuaku was riding his bike on the road, you'd run him over. That's the vendetta.
That's cruel.
Wow.
Listen, hold on. We've got loads to talk about, but make sure you get your comments in with your predictions of tonight's game.
I love that music. Oh, that's so much better than that noise that you.
I like them. I like the little video things. I think it's cheap. Maybe change the music, but I think they're quite good. I think still just moans for moan's sake, to be fair.
No, I like, mate. I've created a load of them, but it's the one with the rave music on. I mean, that gave me an effing headache, mate.
Does anyone want to see the West Ham starting lineup? Don't worry, I won't give you the pain again. Look, give me your predictions for tonight. What do you think? And just give me a kind of brief roundup on what you think tonight's game will bring West Ham.
Do you know what? I think now that there's no pressure on us to a point, it's weird with West Ham because these are the sort of games where we gets to top six, we sort of love it, especially away from home. There's not much pressure. But as there's no away fans, because West Ham will take a lot of fans away to Old Trafford, it's normally quite a good day out, even though we lose, normally. But this will be quite interesting because I know, like you guys said, you want to see early substitutions, you want to see Moyes be a bit more experimental. It'd be quite interesting to see if he does do that because now we can relax a bit more. And it'd also be quite interesting to see how the team react with Ben Johnson because they'll be looking to protect him possibly because he's against better players than he would be against Watford. And like you say, with Man United, they've got that really attacking forward line, really quick pacing. It's going to be a real test for Johnson. They're saying he's going to be a good player, but it's going to be a big test for him. But I think a draw. I think Desmond 2-2. I think I think it'd be too much to win because they've got more going forward than we have for qualifying for Europe and all sorts of stuff.
Well, there's one thing we agree on. I predicted that as well. 2-2.
Oh, fair enough.
So we all go forward going 2-2, yeah.
Says
as well. Says.
Come on, mate. Give us your prediction. What's it?
What's your prediction, Says?
Me, like I said, I'm going for 2-2. I'm 2-2. Sticking with my guns, mate. Sticking with my guns, man.
And hang on, we want to hear Anton's prediction. Go on, mate. Spit it out.
You need to calm down, still. You need to calm your little beans, mate, because I'm going to predict even more positive. I'm going to go for a 3-2 victory to West Ham. Now, listen, anyone on any of those sites,
I'll eat your hat if we win 3-2. I'll eat your hat. I'll eat your hat.
Listen, I'll send you the hat that has my old hair in it. And you can
I'd rather not, mate. I'd rather not. You're bald anyway. What are you talking about?
Lawrence is saying, let's attack them and have fun. 2-1 win. Love it. Love your positive attitude, mate. Not like the rest of these three that's in here. Joan, love it. Joan, listen, Joan, you were part of the era of when I predicted West Ham victories and the scores and the goal scorers.
We're positive. We are being positive.
Exactly.
We're not getting ahead of ourselves.
Do you know what though? It's getting to a point now where if they go 2-0 up or something quite early on, I'm going to be going just part of the bus. Goal difference wise, I'm going to start shitting myself again, and I shouldn't be because I can see myself going that way. Every man on that goal line.
Oh, look at
Sean, we're breaking records tonight, mate. We are breaking absolute stupid amount of records tonight. Sean, do you want to come on? If you do, get in touch with Stell. Stell will send you the link. Come on for a brief chat before the game starts. We are breaking records tonight. Make sure, listen, if you are watching us and you've not watched us before, subscribe to the channel. If you are watching us and you know any of your West Ham mates want to come in and having a bit of banter, tell them, share it with them and letting them know. Listen, what we will say to you is we just have banter. That is literally what it is. We don't take it too serious. We'll do the live watch along.
Why don't you call the watch along the banter along? Or the drink along. The drink along.
Oh no, we'll be hammered by the end of it, mate.
You hammered at the start of it. Never mind at the end of it.
That feels like a normal West Ham day out though, doesn't it?
It does, to be fair. It does need that a little bit.
So listen, fans are coming in here. Manchester United fans are actually coming in our chat saying, if you let us win, we can give you Lingard, Jones, Sanchez, all for free.
No, no, and no. No,
No,
thanks.
no.
Actually, I'll take Pereira.
You can
And
keep
we,
him. You can keep
I'll take Pereira, but we've had enough Sanchez's to last us a lifetime.
I take none of them.
Pereira's all right, isn't he?
All
No.
of them.
Yeah, Pereira's all right as far as I know.
What are you saying,
Yeah,
Cess,
Pereira's
mate?
all right.
No,
Cess, I mean,
no.
out of those players, genuinely, surely, I mean, I know Lingard's dropped form, but under the right manager, surely you could find the right Lingard back in there? Or am I giving him a lot of justice?
Not under Moyes, though, mate. Come on.
no, not having it. No.
Listen, I'm just trying to find some of the head-to-head stats. We've got them up here in the Premier League. Of course, this is not the stats we like to see, but Man United have won 28 games to West Ham 7, drawn 12. We don't like playing United at Old Trafford. How does
only when it matters. We like playing them when it really matters.
Yeah.
1-0, 1-0.
How does Moyes line up tonight? You know, what's he saying to the players right now in preparation for this game? Look, I'll give this one to you.
Right. Well, I think first of all, he mutes his phone so Alf can't phone him during the game, telling him to start putting subs on, because I think he gets annoyed by that. You know, I think Alf thinks a lot of himself to keep phoning him. He should respect the manager for his decisions. But there you go. I don't know. Do you know what? Ever since lockdown restarted, everyone's been coming out saying Moyes has been saying things that are really obvious, like defenders don't concede goals and Anderson go and score a Brazilian sort of goal and make sure we get as much points as possible, all that sort of stuff. I honestly, I think he'd just probably be going, look, I was sacked by this club and Ollie's had more time here than me, so go and show them that they made a bad decision. And it could be a bit. Did you? I don't know if any of you saw. Did you see the way he was talking on Sky Sports News? I think yesterday, and they asked him what the difference between him and Ollie was, and he went, he'd been given more time than I was. And it's a little bit like, mate, Dave, you've won 2 games in a row, lad. Just calm the fuck down. You know, you've only just got us out of relegation, but you know, fair enough if your ego's taking a bit of a knocking. But he could be using it as a bit of an audition for if they actually sack Ollie and put him in again, which I'm hoping they don't. I'm hoping David Boy gets a new season, but I think he'll G him up in that Scottish way that only Anton will know how Scots to G up their teams up. Give it the old Ferguson treatment and hair dries at half time and the water breaks. So I think we'll just be saying, look, you survived relegation now, go for it.
Cess, when you look at that bench, mate, the West Ham bench, I mean, I've said in the preview last night with Stell that I think it's going to be really important tonight in terms of seeing players a lot earlier than normal than what we've saw. You know, the foot's off the gas. Yep.
Anton, there's a lot of background noise coming from your mic, mate.
I don't know if that's mine. Give me 2 seconds, mate. Let me just test. No.
Yeah.
I've just that's it now.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So, guys, just stay there, mate. I've muted you. I think it's one of yours, but just stay on because I'll bring you on to chat in a second. But Cess, this one's for you. What is your thoughts on that bench, and do you think we'll see a lot of them come off the bench a lot earlier? I mean, I want to see Haller come off the bench. I want to give him game time. Let's remember that once these 2 games are done, we're very quickly moving into the next season. And it's going to be important for these players to play a competitive game, let alone friendlies, etc. What are your thoughts on that bench, and do you think we'll see them a lot earlier than normal?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it depends how the game goes. He's going to really see how the first half pans out, and then probably 5 minutes in, you'll probably change it like straight away. You'll probably get like Wilshere on or Lanzini on straight away, and then you'll get on Haller. And then we'll probably see Henderson as well at some point, probably near to the end of the game, to be honest. But I think along the lines, he will change it early. You just have to see how the game goes first of all. Yeah,
absolutely. What about yourself, Luke, mate?
So I didn't hear the question.
Just in relation to the substitutes bench, West Ham fans have been ripping into Moyes about the substitutions coming in at the wrong time, really late in games. But now that the gas is taking the foot slightly off the gas. Do you think we'll see some of the players that are in desperate need of game time? Haller, Anderson, I mean, Yarmolenko, he's not played as much, obviously, since the Chelsea game. What's your thoughts?
It depends. I think it depends how the game's going. It's really weird because if we're like 0-0 in the second half still, something strange like that, and we feel like we can win the game, even though there's no pressure, he might not want to just keep changing it. Whereas if we're losing like 2-0 or it's 2-1 or something like that, he might go, oh, you know what, I'll give Coventry a game or I'll put Wiltshire on or something like that. But I think he'll be more loose with it. I definitely think he'll bring more players on a bit more freely, and he maybe will give a bit more attacking emphasis with Haller coming on. I've got a feeling Haller could score tonight if he's given a chance. I've got a weird feeling. He's been unlucky with injuries, and if he comes on, then fantastic. But it's like I said, it's going to be a strange game. Now there's no pressure, and I don't think he loves to defend, and let's bring on loads and loads. I think he's been put in a poor situation where he's had to think, right, I have to do this, let's do this. But this is it's not like a free hit tonight, like I think most of you guys think as well. And if he can bring on Wilshere with half an hour to go, or Yarmolenko, or even Masuaku, and I'm sorry for swearing still, but if he's given a chance, then why not? But yeah, I think once the second half starts, you'll start seeing. Just depends how the game's going for me, but I think he'll be more free than he is.
I think you're right. I think he will make quite a few changes today. And I can actually see someone like Masuaku coming on, to be quite honest with you, as well as Haller, and I'd really like to see Wiltshire come on. To be quite honest, mate, you're making me dizzy. I'd really like to see Wiltshire come on.
Because we're all shocked that you've just said Masuaku, mate.
I didn't say I want him to come on. I didn't say I want him to come on. I said I can see him being brought on. There's a difference between wanting him on and what the manager might do incorrectly. I want Haller on. I want Haller on. I really do. I really do. I thought he was going to start today, to be quite honest with you.
Hope not.
Who, Haller?
Yeah, no, it's really comment I've just seen about Anderson. I hope he doesn't get sold. I've still got hope.
Do you think this is the last of Anderson we see as a West Ham player? I mean, I've made the point that I want to see him come on. I don't think I think there's other players there that I would like West Ham to sell over Anderson. I think that, yes, he's a luxury player. Yes, he's maybe not been performing to the highest of level, but in 36 Premier League games, he's played 24 times in total, of which he's made 4 substitutions from those games. And it's questionable whether or not he's been playing in the right position. There's been inconsistent in team selections. I know he's a luxury player, but when we get the best out of Anderson, he is a top-notch player. And I do think, and I know we get slagged off, but I'm happily will sit here and stick up for him because I think that he has got something that we need to move forward and progress as a club.
Yeah, for me, he's a confidence player, and I've said to a few other people that I know that when you sign players like Anderson and Fornals, you sign them for a team that's going above the top 10. And when you're struggling down the bottom and you want players to fight for it, it's not their fault. They're just not that sort of player. You can't expect players who are all about the technical ability going forward to keep learning almost like a new game. I don't think Anderson has ever played that way. I don't think Fornals has ever played that way. They've never been in the relegation battle before, as far as I know. But do you remember when we played Arsenal? We beat them 1-0 and Rice scored the only goal. It was last season. There was moments where he was nutmegging Arsenal players for fun, and he was going down the wing, beating them, pulling his gloves up as he's running with just that much confidence. And when you've got a player with that ability, he scored some fantastic goals for West Ham. Think about the Southampton game away last season, where he just bolted it in from outside the box, and he scored the winner. The guy's got potential. He's not gonna. I get a bit frustrated with West Ham fans keep wanting him to come back and work back and tackle. He's never been that player. He's never going to be the player. He's not the best player in the team. But if you've got some of that technical ability on confidence, he's got to be at least given a bit of confidence back. And like everyone said, it was really obviously almost like common sense with Moyes first coming the first game, tell Anderson to go and score a Brazilian type goal. He went and scored against Bournemouth. Doesn't matter how poor they played, he still went and scored it. Still went and scored the goal. For me, we've got to stick by him a bit more and not go, oh, well, he's 40 million down the drain. No, this guy has been signed. We spent 40 million on him, a bit like Haller. Let's just not give up straight away and let's just try and get somewhere out of him. And I think next season will be a fresh start for him. In my opinion, I could be wrong, but in my opinion,
Yeah, listen, make sure when you're watching tonight, you know what you're watching.
I'm off, by the way. Nice to join. See you later.
Are you going? Cheers for that, Luke, mate. Hopefully see you at half time if you can. Let us know.
See you later, Luke.
Just stay there, Seth. We'll get you back on in 2 seconds. But you are live with us for our Manchester United versus West Ham United Match Day Live. It's always nice to get a little breather. Sess, Man United, who's the player to fear the most?
Well, where do I start? You got Bruno Fernandes, Martial, Greenwood. I think if I had to pick 3, those would be the 3, to be honest with you.
Yeah. And their weakest point, I suppose it's a no-brainer, really. De Gea at the back just now, lacking confidence.
Well, I wouldn't say just De Gea. I'd say personally, Harry Maguire as well, because he's not had the best of seasons, to be honest. I feel like he has made a few clangers himself, to be honest, and he's been a bit suspect at the back as well.
It's funny.
Like someone like Antonio
There's a comment coming in here saying shame not to see Haller against Maguire, and it's a valid point. You know, we may cause him a bit of bother. Him and Antonio would cause the two of them a bit of bother at the back, you know. So it's something we definitely want to see. Cess, are you around at halftime? Do you want to come on and give us a chat, your halftime opinion?
Yeah, absolutely. Can I just literally end this on note? We lost West Ham fan today, a really, really good West Ham fan in Martin Gowd. I just wanted
what was his name? Sorry, mate.
Rest in peace to him. We lost the West Ham fan today, really good West Ham fan today. He passed away today.
Right, okay.
Say, like, Martin, we all love you. We'll miss you, man. You know.
Yeah.
Rest up, man.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely, anyways, mate. Thanks for that. Nice NT there, mate. Thanks for doing that. Cess, we'll see you at halftime, mate. Take care.
See you later.
There we go. Nice little thing there for West Ham fans. Puts everything in perspective, mate. Puts absolutely everything into perspective. So that was nice to have a couple of guests on and different opinions. We're 20 minutes from kickoff. It's live on Sky Sports. We are here talking to you, Matchday Live, team news announcements, our thoughts on the game, etc. I mean, Moyes, he's got something to prove against Man United still, doesn't he?
Does he? I don't know. I think he's got something to prove. I think what he's had to do is to prove something to West Ham. You know, to prove that his second chance with us has what, you know, it was the right thing to do. And I think the fact that he's kept us up, he's kind of proven it. So does he have to prove anything to Man U? You know, I know Luke mentioned it earlier today, when he was on, that he talked about his time at Man United, and he said he wasn't given as long as Solskjaer was. And quite honestly, he's actually right. You know, to be honest with you, there was a hell of a lot of pressure. I mean, I don't think any manager, doesn't matter what level you're at, is going to succeed after Alex Ferguson. You know, and he was thrown in right at the deep end. And was he given enough time? I think Man United panicked, to be quite honest with you. Would he have done better? I don't honestly know. I really don't. But that tarnished his all the good work that he did at Preston North End and then at Everton was thrown right out the window because he went to Man U. They didn't give him enough time, and all of a sudden he was labelled as a bad manager. Now, I've got to be honest, when we took him on, the first time and the second time, was I a fan? Not really. Do I respect what he's done with West Ham in terms of keeping us up both times? Yes, I do. Does he deserve to, be given a longer term now? Yeah, I guess he does. But does he need to prove anything to Man U? No, I don't think so. I think he needs to continue proving his worth to the West Ham fans because that's he's the manager of West Ham now. So let's see how he does. Let's see how he fares. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I don't know what you think, mate.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm not sure whether he's got something to prove, but I can't help but think that it's definitely in the back of his mind. He was let down by the club probably, and it's quite, Man United fans come in and let me know I've got a really good close friend, a season ticket holder at Old Trafford, and at the end of the day, he does think that he wasn't given 100% a chance, and I don't know, maybe that could have changed his career path. But he's now found his way to West Ham for a second time managing the club. Still, let's look at all the past results between the two clubs. Some decent results there. Hold on, and let me get rid of that comment before we move on to it. Oh, you've gone back as 2018, so there's been some ones there. Let's have a look and see.
Well, I've got on my screen 2014. And we haven't won that many games, as we all know, against at home to at Man United. But the last game we played, September, 3-1 there.
I think that's quite an old one still, actually.
2018. I thought I had more recent, mate. Sorry about that.
No,
my apologies.
Fine. Don't worry, you should apologise to him. Got to get your facts right still.
Mate, that's my fault. I put that up, so I apologise for that.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Past games.
Is going to find it.
Past results.
While you're doing that, we'll have a look at the Man United starting lineup again. I mean, we have spoken about the amount of goals that are there, that are available. West Ham have come up against Martial, Rashford, Pogba. Fernandes is a whole new ball game. And he's involved in 17 goals since his start in February. Of course, there's been a 3 or 4 month break in between that, but he's so important to that midfield.
He's revolutionised them, mate.
Yeah,
he really has.
Yeah,
he's really completely revolutionised that team, and what can you say? He's a great player. Right. Okay. So let's get a screenshot of that.
But it's interesting. It's interesting to see the comments coming and talking about Sebastian Haller causing Maguire problems, De Gea problems, Lindelof problems. If you put him and Antonio up top at some point, then I would like to actually see, how much problems they would cause. Let me go to some of the comments though. Let me get this off just now. Where are we? There we are. So there's loads of comments coming in. Oh, hold on a second. I think I'm going to send a link to someone else. So comments are coming in here. Let's see. Joe Stanley, you're new to watching this. Do we do preview at the stadium when we play at home?
Yes, we do.
Prior to the COVID-19, we do videos live from the stadium prior to the game, etc. So yeah, we do stuff like that. But now, obviously, we're in this whole process where no fans are at the games.
Joe, if you know the supporters club, mate, we do previews and reviews from there. So if you're anywhere near the supporters club, then come and find us when we're all back at the stadium.
Yeah, whenever that will be. I mean, there's been
that will be.
There's been chats going around from what's her name, Brady, saying that she's.
Well, Brady wants us back in September because she's about to hit that renew button on the season ticket renewals. Boris reckons we'll be back in October, and then we've heard news that we've got a vaccine or a potential vaccine for the coronavirus. So if that's successful, who knows? There's every chance. Yeah. But there's a possibility that maybe in the short term, even if we do go back, it'll be still some kind of social distancing. It won't be a full crowd in the stadium, etc. But let's see what happens. I think we'd all love to go back to football, really.
Lawrence Salmon is saying, hoping having no fan support will affect Man United more than us. But I think it's a bit of a equal playing ground, if I'm being brutally honest, mate. I mean, I've been Old Trafford a few times. Fans go on about atmospheres at the London Stadium, but there's no real difference, to be honest, at the Old Trafford. And that's my opinion. You can come in and let me know your thoughts, but I do sit in the away end, and I always feel like the away day is always a better day anyway, with song, it's loud, it's banterful, etc. But you do look around at Old Trafford normally in normal circumstances, and you see lots of empty seats still. The only reason it doesn't show up on the telly is because their seats are red. And that's the difference.
Yeah.
It's true though, mate. It's true. And
No,
it's
I agree. I agree. Yeah.
probably true
Yeah.
in most stadiums. Again, St James's Park, a lot of their seats are black and white. Newcastle play in black and white. It's really tough to see if a seat's empty. But because West Ham play in distinctive colours like claret and blue, and the seats are white, it sticks out. It's a bit like if Norwich have white seats, but they don't have green and yellow seats. So it's tough to see that. But there is a lot of empty seats at Old Trafford. So the atmosphere is not fantastic. It's not 100% behind. I don't think it's going to be a game changer. But I think it's a kind of, it probably evens it out ever so slightly.
Yeah. Here's the stats that we were asking for, more recent. Got the wrong one. I give up.
Is it the wrong one still? There was.
Yeah, it was Brighton West Ham.
You've gone Brighton. Let's have a look. Oh, he's done Brighton.
I don't know how I did that.
The guy has lost the plot.
I have lost the plot there, actually. I mean, that's shocking. I'm shocked at myself. There you go.
Isaac, let's see how good we can be. I'm off to watch the match. Looking forward to a review. Listen, we'll do a review after the game. It won't be immediately after the game, but just join us. We'll come off. We need to take a break because we've been speaking for so long. We definitely need to come off and get a breather and get some food and drink. And hopefully food is coming my way extremely soon, but I don't know. And we'll have to just eat live on air still. It's a bit something that you do, mate. Something you do on a regular occasion.
I've done it. I haven't done it for quite a while, actually.
We'll see.
But I think I may have to today, without a doubt. Yeah.
Hello, lads. Enjoying the game tonight with some United fans, with some Kingfisher and Cobra. Oh, that sounds really, really good. What's this? What's this? David Moist out. Laugh out loud. Happy Hiker. What's the lineup? I mean, do you really want me to play the video again?
No, don't. I'll give him the lineup.
It's all right. Joe Stanley's come up with the lineup there.
There's the Man U lineup.
Yeah.
Tonight. De Gea in goal, Fonsu Mesa, Maguire, Lindelof, and Williams. Fonsu Mesa, I thought he was a left back, but I know Williams is a left back, so I'm a bit confused by that. So I may have the formation slightly wrong there. Always Fonsu Mesa a right back. Anyway, Pogba, Fernandes, and Matic in the middle. Rashford, Martial, and Greenwood up front. So it's quite a formidable lineup for Man United, especially up front. And then when it comes to West Ham United, no change, as has already been said. Fabianski, Johnson has got another opportunity to show us what he's capable of. Diop, Ogbonna, Creswell. Then our middle three, Souček, Noble, and Rice, with Bowen, Fornals, and Antonio up front.
Yeah.
So
remember, we want to see you. There's only 10 minutes to kick off. Make sure you get your predictions in. Still, you seem all relaxed when you hear that tune.
It's much better, mate. Honestly, it really is much better. Yeah.
I do like it. There's plenty of comments coming in here.
Hang on a minute. What's he doing commenting? He's meant to be on here, isn't he?
He said he's taking a break from Irons United. He's in discussions with us just now, and more than just a podcast, about making a permanent transfer, not a loan anymore. So he's taking time out to really think about what his future holds, and where
so we'll see him. So we'll see him in about 10 minutes then.
We'll see him for the review. Jeff Gully, best watch along, guys. Keep it up. Thank you very much, Jeff. Hope you are well. Ian,
sorry about getting the past results up there, Jeff. I got all the wrong ones, so there you go.
Ian, hope you're well, mate.
Evening, Ian.
Fan, hope you're both well. We are.
Anton's right. We're getting hungry. We didn't think of this, did we? We should have bought robots in, or subs, or something like that.
You know what's interesting as well, still? I need to get this system that I've got where I'm going to be watching the game downstairs. And I haven't really got that one through yet. And if we do this, are you going to be able to hold the fort yourself?
I'll just go through all the comments that you never bothered to go through. So you go ahead. Go on. Off you shoot.
Right, I'll be back soon, guys. Back in time for kickoff.
And there's the first one. Nigel. Well, as Anton's just told you, Nigel is in negotiations to come over here permanently. So there you go. Oh, and Nigel, by the way, is going to do a little show for us on Irons United, and we're quite looking forward to that. I don't know if any of you have followed Nigel's channel, but he does a hash of mock the week, if you all remember that program, and it kind of it's a collage of all the different social media fan groups and YouTube channels, and what is what it's going to do in order to provide us with a bit of content. He's going to take the pee out of us, and we're quite looking forward to that. So God knows what he's going to do, but look forward to that, and we'll let you all know when that's going to happen. Gary again, we're going to smack their ass. I hope we do. I hope we do. And Gary again, not that music again. Yeah, exactly, mate. And I've got to get rid of it. So, Neil, we absolutely do need a new musical director. Hope you're well, Neil. I didn't see the start of the comments. I don't know what time it is over there in Australia, but I hope you know. I hope you're. I hope you're well. Ian, good evening. Sounds like a clapper out of police car. Mark Hughes, Mark Hughes. Anton, you're a lovely guy, but for God's sake, stop repeating yourself about the bloody comments. It's infuriating. Also, Rice is a triangle, not a diamond. That's a really good point. Yeah, I was gonna mention that to him the other day when he kept talking about a diamond, because I was sitting there going, he's mentioned Socek, he's mentioned Rice, he's mentioned Noble. Who's the fourth player that's in this diamond? So there you go. Juha, that music is growing on me. It ain't growing on me, so there you go. So I think probably we've had some of these, but I'm filling in the gaps because Anton is going to set up elsewhere. Vinay, good evening, mate. Early shots from a distance would be good to test De Gea, especially after the mare he had at the weekend. So let's hope we can do that. Um, Jim, I thought there was an alarm going off in the street. Totally agree. I don't know who Razor. What's Razor music is best. I'm out of tune. Or I'm too old to know what Razor music is. Is it an actual um, artist, or is it a type of music, or I don't know. Whatever. Um, Gary again. We're dangerous in attack. How long have we waited to say that? You know what? We kind of said it. I kind of said it the other evening that it looks like West Ham are finding their form. We've played some quite decent football since return from lockdown. It's been quite a pleasure to watch, and the number of I put up a stat at the weekend comparing Pellegrini to David Moyes in their time, because Pellegrini was in charge for 19 games and Moyes has been in charge for 17. It's his 18th one tonight, and I was looking at sort of like shots on target, goals scored, conceded, etc. And Moyes came out slightly ahead of Pellegrini. And when you think that we always think of Pellegrini being an attack-minded manager, and we always think that David Moyes is more defensive-minded, and yet Pellegrini's stats sort of going forward are marginally better. So there you go. Quite interesting. I was actually surprised by that. Scott, we're dangerous in attack, and how long we wait to say that, especially with our height in front of the net. Socek, I mean, that Socek diving header against Watford was brilliant, wasn't it, Scott? I mean, it was a fantastic header. Benai, we found our shooting boots. Pellegrini wanted the team to walk the ball into the. Yeah, he wanted it to play an Arsenal way, didn't he? Where people used to get frustrated about Pellegrini and about Arsene Wenger, and I think we started to get the same feeling with Pellegrini. What else have we got here? I'm going to bring a guest on in a minute when I can see him on the screen. Dean Felton, good evening, mate. Great to see an unchanged team. Personally, I would have put Haller instead of Noble. Move Fornals in the middle. I totally agree with that, to be honest with you. Nothing against Noble. I think he's played decent in the last couple of games. But if Haller came in, put Antonio out wide, and then Fornals just behind Haller to supply him with threaded balls through, I think that would have been quite a good thing to do. And I really hope that, we talked about substitutions earlier. I really hope that Moyes doesn't wait until the 79th, 80th minute to make subs. I really hope he probably gives Haller something like a half. And I know he's much maligned this season, but maybe Anderson a half a game as well, and maybe also Wilshere. You can kind of see quite a few of those players coming on tonight. Give them a good run out. Give them a good 40 minutes, half an hour, whatever. I believe in De Gea. I mean, I believe he exists. Dean Felton, 2-1 win, but we'll take a draw. Yeah, I've gone for a 2-2. So, let's see. We've got our top Arsenal fan here. Abs, mate, do you ever watch any of the Arsenal channels? Good evening, Abs. Nice to have you here. Good evening, Joan. Come on, you irons. Hope you're well. God, you got a smile on your face. No sweat in there tonight, Joan. Sean, I sent you a link, Sean. So if you're coming on, let us know, mate. And you've gone 1-0. Your traditional 1-0. Come on, mate. Be a bit more original than that. Hammer Molder. Let's hope they don't get 50 tonight. I think that was in reference to we were talking about the team news, and I said that Fernandez. Let's bring up the Man U team, and we'll go through it because it's quite formidable. Between Rashford, Fernandez, Martial, and Greenwood, they've scored 50 goals in the Premier League between them this season. 50 between those four players. Rashford on 17, Martial on 17, Greenwood on 9, and Fernandez on 7. That is quite unbelievable, isn't it? And Solskjaer's got them playing pretty decent football, I think, and let's hope that they won't, let's hope they don't get more than 2, eh? Moyes must have told the players to go and test De Gea. Well, Joan, Moyes told the players the other day to keep a clean sheet, and they did it. Moyes told them to go and score, and they did it. Now, hopefully, Moyes will tell them to go and test De Gea. And let's hope that happens as well. I'm just looking at the time because we're going to be kicking off in a couple of minutes, so I don't want to miss kickoff. Who we got coming on there? Rich.
Stelios, how are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. I can't see your face, but I can hear you, mate. How are you?
Yeah, sorry, I'm on my mobile, so I'll after the game.
I was waiting for you. I was waiting for your, for your lovely face to come up, and then I would have put you on. But
you're too kind. You're too kind, mate.
How's things? This is if you don't already know, Rich is from all the way down from South Africa. Good, our top West Ham fan down there. How are you? How's things like? How's life down there, mate?
Yeah, mate, good. I'm still stuck in a bit of a lockdown. No alcohol to drown my sorrows if we lose tonight, but just excited for the game, I must be honest.
Good. And what do you think of the lineup? I think let's put them back up so you can see them. Let's just go into the West Ham lineup first. So we've got the same lineup as the other day, mate. Let's take that comment out so we can see what we're doing here. So same lineup as the other day. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's the right choice. We've been playing really well, full of confidence. So I think it would have been unfair for Moyes to make any rash changes. I think he's got his best 11 out there tonight, and we've got some firepower on the bench. So I hope he uses the likes of Jack Wilshere, maybe Seb Haller for the last couple of minutes. So I definitely think we've got a chance tonight if we start off well at least.
What about, people are saying that they would have liked to have seen someone like Allaire to play tonight, maybe give Noble a rest and a few other players, Anderson maybe, Wiltshire and so on. I mean, it's always good to keep a winning team on, but do you think some of these players deserve a bit more than just about 10-minute stint, maybe a good half hour, 45 minutes or something like that? Allaire especially.
Well, I think, looking at the form of Antonio, it's really hard to take him out the side. He's just been playing so well. I'd give Seb 30 minutes tonight. I'd give him a fair crack at the whip. Someone like Wilshere, I don't understand why he hasn't been playing more. I'd like to see him get at least 30 minutes as well. I just think he offers more than Noble in that position. Yeah. So, yeah, it will be really interesting. But I think Moyes has got his favourites, and we'll just have to see if he actually uses his subs tonight.
Yeah, good point. What about the Man United team? I don't know can you see the screen, mate? Are you able to?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. I mean, I've talked about their attack formation. Rashford, Martial, Fernandez and Greenwood, 50 goals between them. They're going for it tonight, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely. They've got a lot of firepower. If we're not up for it tonight, we could get a little bit of a spanking. But
Not by
yeah,
50 goals, though.
I'm excited. I think we're going to be up for it. So yeah, I'm feeling confident.
Yeah. And as you've just seen, kickoff. Well, we've kicked off.
Yeah.
So I'm going to bring my screen up. So the one thing I always forget to do is forget that I'm actually watching a game as well. Are you managing to watch the game down there,
Yeah,
mate?
mate, got it. I've got it on right in front of me now. Yeah, so I just seen you've kicked off. So yeah, we've even got the Wags wearing their West Ham shirts tonight. So yeah, we've got some good support in the house. Yeah.
Excellent. Prediction for tonight, mate.
I'm going to be confident, mate. I'm going to go 2-1 win to the Hammers. Why not?
Unlike Anton's 3-2. So there you go. And who? I mean, of those players, I mean, look at that team. Who do you think is the most dangerous of all those players?
I think Anthony Martial. He's just been in such good form, but in fact, their whole front four is just ruthless at the moment. So it could be any of them to unlock us tonight. But I think Martial is the main man for them.
Yeah. And what about us? Who do you think is going to be the danger player against them tonight?
I think Big Mick Antonio is going to score again tonight. He's just been in blistering form, so I wouldn't put it past him to score 1 or 2 tonight, honestly.
Well, no, that's confident. That's confident. Cool. Are you going to be around later, mate?
Yeah, mate. I'll chat to you half time and full time.
Okay, excellent. Cool.
Perfect,
Nice
mate.
one.
Enjoy the
Cheers,
game,
mate. And you. So we have kickoff. And Anton's back as well.
I am back, lad. Kick off.
And now this is always the conundrum. How many seconds are you on, Anton?
So, what a save. Sorry, just quickly, Fabianski. Martial was through in goal, hit it low to the bottom left, and Fabianski parried the ball away. Good save.
That means you're on about 3 minutes ahead of me or something.
No, so I'm on 2:10.
Yeah, I'm on 1:28.
Oh, see if you refresh.
Yeah.
A couple of more times, you may join in closer, and then I'll pause.
Refresh? How do I refresh on my laptop? I don't understand.
You just have to refresh it. Welcome to my world, West Ham fans. But listen, just very quickly, 2.5 minutes in, and already United are pushing forward.
Right, let's see what I get now once I've refreshed. Have you managed to eat?
In the space of 7 minutes, I was gone. I ate a bowl of soup. Mason Greenwood shoots low. Fabianski. 3 minutes gone. 2 attempts at goal. Fabianski. The second one was quite an easy save. And then Greenwood got through. I mean, the players through the middle are playing confidently. I think Diop's kind of pulled up, though. Let's have a look here and see. I think that shot from Martial was going wide that Fabianski parried away, but
Diop is not moving very easily, is he?
No, he's back. He seems to be back now. So Man United though again on the attack. Oh, well played, Diop. Rice coming in at halfway mark, just over the line. Bowen through to Souček in the middle of the park. Noble's sitting deep again.
What minutes are you on now then?
3:54.
Yeah, you're a minute ahead of me, mate.
Right, I will.
Let me try and refresh one more time and see what happens.
While you're doing that, I'll just keep talking through it.
Okay.
First 4 minutes, strong start off by Man United. Fabianski got the better of a few of the shots, so that'll do. Give him a bit of confidence to start with, because I think he's going to be tested more than he has been in the last few weeks still. Good test for the defence tonight. But that's Martial's dropped really deep into the midfield. Matic, Fernandez, Williams, Matic, Fernandez, Matic again in the middle of the park. Finds Rashford out right. Pogba.
So, yeah, I've refreshed a couple of times and I'm still only on 4 minutes now. 4:11, 4:13, 4:14.
Right, that's fine. You're just under a minute.
Right.
So I'll pause and catch up with you, and then it works out there's two of us, and then we'll avoid the comments. Still, don't ruin it for me. Turn your notifications off. Right, I'm going to press pause. Let me know when you're at 5:25.
Good grief, that's half an hour away.
But listen, 5.5 minutes in, it's all United. It's all Man United. I think we expected them to.
We expect them to have a hell of a lot of the ball. Yeah.
Two attempts in 2 minutes. One really good save by Fabianski, albeit I think the ball was going out.
What do you say? 5:25.
Yep, 5:25.
Go on, Bowen. Run him away. Run him away. Go on, Bowen. Go on, Bowen. Good defending by Williams.
What's your time?
22, 23, 24, 25.
There you go. Matic. Oggy clears straight back to Pogba in the middle of the park. Passes through to Matic in the middle. Looks out wide to Williams. They're getting a hold of the ball, keeping possession. You know, something that we need West Ham to do, and that's what frustrates teams like Manchester United, when we get a hold of the ball and keep the possession. But right now, we just look a little bit edgy. Johnson fouls Martial. Free kick just inside the Man United half. They've taken it quick. Martial's dropping deep again. Finds Pogba out on the right. Crosses into Martial. Johnson holds the ball in the West Ham 18-yard box and clears out straight to Williams, Man United player.
Right, it's away from the box, which is important.
Yep. Still deep inside the West Ham half, though. Key for this is getting a hold of the ball. Just get a hold of the ball, West Ham.
But like you said, mate, we expected this. We expect Man United to have I wouldn't be surprised if the stats tonight end up being something like 70% possession for Man United overall. They have to go for it. They've got absolute no choice, and they're going to continue to put us under pressure all evening, I think.
Again, still in the West Ham, deep in West Ham's half. Matic with the ball. Goes wide. Fernandes. Pogba. Souček standing his ground. Pushes Pogba back ever so slightly. Maguire comes forward. That's what the commentators are saying still. It's like West Ham are trying to feed the ball.
Yeah,
defend the ball through the middle, pushing the ball out to the wings, trying their best to. It's like we're trying to compete with the midfield and cause them concern. My concern is if we do that, we invite them. We keep inviting them. It's nice that we're holding our ground. It's nice that we've got men forward, but we're still deep in a half. And there you go. They can feed a ball through very quickly. But we've managed that. We've managed that well. Fornals track back.
It's the only fear I have is the fact that we will absorb an awful lot of pressure, and that can be quite telling. You know, there's that saying of when you don't have the ball, it can be more tiring than when you do have it.
Yeah.
And I think that's my fear with West Ham, that we'll absorb so much pressure that we'll end up caving in the last sort of like half an hour or something like that. Martin, we don't have a link, mate. I'm sorry to say. It's we're watching it on news on Sky Sports.
West Ham have got a goal kick, so do you know what? At least it stops the attack currently that's going on. 9 minutes in, Fabianski with a goal kick. West Ham trying to play it short, but just forget that, guys. Just get the ball up the park. Finds Creswell, decent pass from Fabianski. Creswell tries it long to Antonio, but the player intercepts, and it's out for a West Ham throw-in inside the Man United half. So, an opportunity here to pass the ball to the West Ham player, keep a bit of possession still.
Well, if we can keep possession, it'll be nice. Oh, there you go. Look, 86% possession so far. So we just need to get some see that, booting it up, and hoping for Antonio to get it and do something with it is not what we want to do, because Man United is but Man United is as weak as they may be in defence. Once they get that ball back, it's they'll pass it, they'll keep possession, and we just need to keep a little bit of possession. But it's our ball, so let's make the most of it now. We're up in their half. Couple of passes, West Ham. That's all we need.
Go on, Antonio.
Confidence up.
He's given a free kick to West Ham, literally on the edge of the 18-yard box. So Antonio's got hold of the ball from a throw-in, played a 1-2 with Creswell. He's actually just gone for it and taken on the two players. Got by them quite easy. What I was found interesting there, though, still, was he didn't give play on the possession because West Ham got a hold of the ball.
Yeah.
But he's given us a free kick.
Let's see what we can do with a dead ball situation. Got Creswell over it, Noble over it.
Look at Rice.
Yeah.
Feed that ball in.
Yeah. He's completely unmarked, isn't he? They're all expecting that ball to go in, and Rice is just sitting outside the box, unmarked.
It's crossed in. Good cross still. No one there at the end of it.
What a shame. That was a good cross.
Really good cross from Cresy.
Yeah.
10 minutes in, 86% possession in favour of Man United. That's gone out for. I don't know what that's gone out for. That's disappointing. Should have been players there attacking that. Man United playing it at the back, panicking a bit. Harry Maguire just volleys the ball out.
They are vulnerable at the back. That's the thing with Man United. They are vulnerable. If we can get at them, that's why it'd be nice to have a little bit of possession play. Show them that we can play a bit of football as well. Get that ball forward to Antonio, Bowen running at their defence, and that will put the shakes up them, I think. So
still, look at Souček. Look at Bowen. Look how far forward Souček is. Look at Declan Rice in there clearing up behind him.
Yeah.
Mark Noble's dropped in because Souček's gone forward.
That's correct. Yeah.
Look at Noble now. He's in front of the back two. I like it. I like it.
But I know I don't want to be disrespectful to Noble, but can you imagine another much more mobile player with alongside Rice and Souček? How much more formidable we'll be if we had someone who could do what Souček does, who could do what Rice does. That would be even more formidable, I think.
Bowen clears up there, finds Noble, pings the ball wide to Fornals inside West Ham half. Good play from Noble there. Fornals back to Declan Rice, finds Diop, out wide to Johnson. He's going to have to hit that and hope. No one's there, unfortunately, because there's no one else giving him support there still.
That's just wasteful. We should be looking for the short ball. We should be looking to come and support each other, knock it around a little bit. If we're by doing that, it just puts the pressure back on us again. And look how many players we got in our own half. And this is clearly what Moyes has told them to do. Moyes has told them to just sit back. And I'm going to be really honest with you. I'm going to be a bit critical. That's quite disappointing. We've got nothing to lose. I'm not saying we should go out and get spanked tonight, but
Rashford finds. Oh, he's offside. Sorry, Rashford found a really good.
Yeah, very good.
Fernandes made a really good run, but he was just offside.
Yeah, but you see what my point, mate. It's like we've got nothing to lose tonight. And yet, where Moyes has told them to sit back and absorb all that pressure, and to me, I think that's wrong.
Yeah. Sorry, still, he wasn't offside. His first touch hit off his left foot, and it kicked out for a goal kick. But if he'd have got a hold of that ball, he'd have been well onside. It was a great run, great ball from Rashford as well. It was lucky West Ham that Fernandes didn't get a touch there, because if he did, he would have been 1-on-1 with Fabianski.
Go on, Cresy. Lay it off. What we need in West Ham United is a combination of the skillful players, but the players that work hard. And we got a couple of the skillful players.
Sorry, Fornals. Oh, Go on, Marky Noble, get stuck in, son. Ah. Sorry, just something kind of from nothing there from West Ham. Still, albeit from the chances that United have had, Man United have had, I hate saying United with the aim that they own that name. I'm not going to say it like that. So the chances that Man United have had, West Ham are starting to come into the game a little bit.
Kenneth, it's well, Man U have got most of the ball, but
we've regained the ball.
We're holding our own.
Yeah.
But it'd be really nice for us to have a bit of, pass the ball a bit, not hit and hope. I think that's that doesn't bode well.
Let's have a look here now. So it's another kick forward with no one up top. That was again because Antonio had dropped forward, but there we go.
Exactly.
But West Ham are playing a high line when we're going forward. Look at the amount of men we've got forward there. Fornals, Antonio, Noble, Bowen. They're putting heavy pressure on that defence still. Look at that.
Well, they're not really. They're sitting back. If they're putting pressure on, they should be moving. They should be going and making them play it quicker. That for me would be better pressure. I get what you're saying.
But
we're
still,
playing a high line, but
what they've done though is Man United have had to hit the ball long. Albeit there's Maguire again going for a long ball and the ball's gone out for a throw-in. What I'm currently seeing though, in all honesty, is a reasonably well-disciplined West Ham setup that's forcing United to play long balls, Man United to play long balls. We're doing the same. We're doing hitting hopes and no one's up top to collect the ball. But when Man United get hold of that ball in their defence, there's 4 or 5 West Ham players forward putting a little bit of pressure on.
See, words and pictures. For me, we're sitting and defending from 30, 35 yards. We need to be close. I guess that's my point.
Yeah.
Yes, we are defending a high line, but we should be like hassling them to make that quicker pass for them to make that quicker, for them to make a mistake. That's what I prefer to see. But
no, I agree with you. I definitely prefer that. West Ham throw in on the right hand side. Ben Johnson. Problem is though that ball's going to Antonio and there was no one there to support Antonio.
Support him, yeah.
Not a great pass back to the keeper, but it looks like Lindorf has got the ball.
So now look, this is what I mean.
I get it.
Got the ball and no one's pressing. We're just sitting. We're sitting. Yes, it's a high line, but we're sitting.
I get that, but by pressing opens up spaces to the middle of the park. And that's what Man United want us to do. They want to feed that ball through Matic, Pogba, Greenwood, Rashford, Martial, Fernandes.
But look now, mate. They're in our half now, and no one's yet made a challenge.
No,
we're just sitting.
Right, they're through now in the middle. So Martial shoots from distance over.
Can you see what I mean? It's all very well if we do that in their half, but we're standing off them in our half as well. And no one's trying to press them to sort of make a rash pass or anything like that. And whilst they continue that, they'll get closer and closer to our goal line. That's the thing I'm talking about. I mean,
but still, that shot there was a frustrated shot from Martial.
Yeah, but it was only outside our box.
This is the problem now, like you say. Don't let see they're playing the ball through the middle. Martial just inside the West Ham box, feeds it through to Matic, out to Pogba, through to Fernandes in the middle. This is what we don't want, them playing the ball through the middle. Exactly. We need to close that down. We've got hold of the ball again. Declan Rice inside the West Ham half.
Right, now use it, West Ham. Now use it. We've broken that defence down, that attack down. See, Creswell's going to whack it up.
Oh, he's giving the ball away straight to Matic.
There you go. See, I mean, that is terrible play by. Right, we've won it back again. Let's a couple of passes, easy passes, 1-2s. Get some confidence in our play. Pass it to each other. Short balls. Don't look for the long ball.
My issue there was, I can't really fault Creswell because Creswell took on the player, but no one was there to support him.
But that's what I'm saying. There should be someone closer to him to give him that opportunity to pass it short, so that he doesn't have to go and whack it up the line.
Right, West Ham are moving forward
This
now.
is better. This is it. Look, 2 or 3 passes threaded together. That's better. That's better. Go back if you need to. Some confidence. Much, much better, West Ham. It's exactly what we need. Exactly what we need.
Declan Rice. There you
Keep
go, Declan Rice.
possession. Keep possession.
Now you can see Noble.
There you go. There you go.
Noble stepped in behind Rice and Souček.
Yeah. So they're
Right,
taking it in turns.
Antonio on the wing.
Go on. Go on. Get
Cross
to
in.
it. Get
Good
to it.
cross.
That's good. That's see the
Good.
difference there. When we start to pass and move as well, it takes it to them. It gives them something to worry about.
Corner West Ham.
But the only problem there, mate, is Antonio's out wide and we've got no striker in the middle. So Antonio's doing 2 jobs. He's playing attacking midfielder, attacking winger, centre forward. Look at that. Premier League this season, 10 goals from corners.
Come on, West Ham. Bowen corner. Oh! Sneaks through all the Man United defenders, but they clear. Bowen again on the wing. Cuts on his left foot. Finds Fornals 25 yards out. Pushes wide to Mark Noble. Deep inside the Man United half.
Much better play, West Ham. Much
Bowen
better play.
on the crosses the ball with the right foot. Come on! Oggy goes up for a header, but it's a foul and a free
Much
kick.
better play. Take it to them. Take it to them. We know they're vulnerable at the back. Take it to them. Won't be a second, mate. Back in a minute.
It's fine. West Ham getting a hold of the ball. What we are doing, though, is we are putting frustration onto United. I get Stell's point about we're not putting the pressure on too much, but we are putting the pressure on. Look now, Mark Noble, Maguire's panicking. I mean, that was close. Mark Noble nearly took the ball off him in his own 18-yard box. Matic got a hold of the ball. Finds Rashford, who's attacking the West Ham half. He's at pace. He's fast. Out to Martial. Inside to Rashford. Tries a trick. Ben Johnson clears the ball for West Ham. Keep your comments coming in, people. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, comment, and the thumbs up. Pogba, Greenwood. Pogba to Matic. Matic. Middle of the park, looking for some passes. West Ham holding their own. Martial in the left-hand wing. Ben Johnson comes out, touches the ball, but he loses his marker. Martial on the left wing finds. Great header by Oggy. Straight out to Pogba, though. Tries something fancy. Goes out wide. Crosses in low. I do not know. It's offside. Cross comes in. Pogba finds the Man United player out in the wing. He's just inside the 18-yard box. But he is offside, though, to be fair. He is offside. He glances the ball across. And the players miss it anyway. It goes out. It would have, even if the play had gone on, it would have been a goal kick. But it was offside. So we're on a drinks break. 23 minutes in, and yeah, I'm a bit positive, to be honest. I think the West Ham players are frustrating Man United. I think they're not letting them play through the middle. I get Stell's point about standoffish, but I don't think they were too standoffish. They're just not pressing deep in Man United's half, but they started to do it later in the last 20 minutes, in the last 5 minutes. Moyes just talking away to his players for the drinks break. Let's have a look and see what everyone's saying in the comments. What's your thoughts in the first 20 minutes, people? Seems to be a key point in West Ham's project restart is the water break. Can you hear me still?
Yes, mate. Yes, mate, I can. Yeah, well, apparently the water breaks and the And the 5 subs is going to stay for next season, apparently. Not sure I care much for it, but there you go.
Don't mind the 5 subs.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't mind it still. I really don't. I think it offers some. Do you know what? VAR has.
VAR should be ditched.
Yeah, but if they're not going to ditch it, then at least 5 subs makes it a bit more interesting again. Can change a game. You know, you could be not doing well and you can completely flip a game on its head. But yeah, as Words and Pictures has said, reasonable positive pressing. Pressing more would be good for me, but so far now we're in the game playing football. Yeah, well, I mean we're holding our own within reason. Percentage has changed obviously as well. It's given a free kick to West Ham. I felt just inside the Man United half. I think the ball hit Pogba's arm.
What was that for? Oh, handball.
Yeah, just handball. Just take your time, Crazy. We don't need to panic this one, mate. But he has. Out to Fornals on the wing. Finds Antonio on the corner. Shoots in low with his left foot. But Man United clear it out nice and calmly. Fernandez on the attack. Finds Martial. This is where we're vulnerable. Martial cuts inside through the middle to Fernandez. But the ball's kind of slightly gone away back. No one really marking that boy on the right. Is that Fensu?
Onsu Mesa, yeah. Yeah.
Bowen trying to get a hold of that ball. Matic through the middle. Now starting to get deep within the West Ham. Centralised. Williams. Back to Fernandez. Back to Matic. Passes a threads that ball lovely through to Rashford out in the wing. But well done, Ben Johnson. Stood his ground. Got a hold of the ball.
Clean tackle as well.
But didn't clear it well. But we have got a hold of the ball again.
Play on West Ham. He'll get up in a minute.
Yeah.
Offside.
What's for dinner tonight, Stel?
No idea, mate. Fish pie, I think.
Right. Man United through. Oh, he shoots from distance. Ball goes out for a West Ham goal kick.
They need it more than we do, and they're beginning to look a little bit desperate if they're shooting like that after only, 25, 27 minutes.
Still, credit where credit's due. They're struggling to find that final pass through that middle.
They are. And they've got all their guns out, haven't they? So
what are we doing? What are we doing? Calm down. I love the fact that we are playing their game, which is Fabianski playing it short. Every single goal kick. I just don't think we've got it. Oh, come on, Deckers. Go on, son. Pass it. Oh.
That's all. Oh. That was a blind pass, Noble. That was awful.
Right, that's them found through the middle, but fair play. Diop, good tackle. Finds Noble again. Out to Antonio. Out on the wing. Go on. He's going to take him on. Go on. Corner. He's won a corner. Oh, he's not. He's given a goal kick.
That's a corner. That's a corner.
Tell you what, if Antonio's going to be out there working hard like he's doing, there's been a few balls going that box still when there's no one been in there. They're the sort of balls that
Sebastian Haller.
The sort of balls that Haller would be crooning himself over.
Tell us what you think, people. You know, we are looking at your comments, and I realise that everyone has stopped. Good evening, Kai. Welcome. Tell us. Give us your comments. Tell us how you think we've done so far. You know, we're sort of like, half an hour into the game. What do you think? We're holding our own? Should we be doing something a bit differently? How are we doing according to you guys? While I eat my crisps.
Oh, he's taking Noble right out there. Good ball. Bowen on the far corner, cuts inside, finds Johnson, through the middle, going backwards to Rice, going forward again to Bowen. Bowen through the middle. I don't mind this. Play a bit of football. Augie's got the ball. Finds Noble sitting deep. Nice little touch through to Souček. West Ham with the ball. Good play. Creswell back to Noble. Noble through to Fornals. Back to Noble. All the way back to Augie. Across to Diop.
This is what I was talking about earlier. Don't hit and hope.
Through to Bowen. Sorry.
Pass it around. Give a little confidence to the team.
Diop.
Show
Augie.
that we can play a bit of football.
Yep.
Make them run for it. Make
Back
them chase
to
the game.
Cressy goes in short. Finds Souček through to Fornals, who goes long to Bowen, who does get the ball. Great pass again from Fornals. Cuts inside. It's gone out for a corner. Tell you what, still.
Very, very good play, West Ham United. Very good play.
That's 2 pin-perfect balls from distance from Fornals.
Hobgoblin Ruby 4.5% beer, caramel, fruity, malty. Well, that's a good analysis of the beer that you're drinking.
I think Bowen's got winded.
Key just need to attack more, to be honest, but I think we've done okay. Yep. We're starting to get a grip. Totally agree. I like a shot or two from us, none so far. Agreed there, mate. Key again. It's Barchester United, so that we'll get some.
Noble short corner. Bowen crosses in with his right foot. Augie! Just glanced it in.
Oh, Oggy. That would have secured Hammer of the Year for you, Oggy. Oh, Oggy. That would have been Hammer of the Year nailed on. There you go. Never mind. He still is anyway.
Antonio deep inside again. Man United half. Declan Rice passes back to Augie. Augie back to Rice. Rice to Diop. Bit of space there, Diop. Come on. Feed the ball through to Johnson. Bowen cuts inside. Gets a hold of the ball. Back out to Johnson, who finds a space with Souček. Bowen's struggling. I think he's been winded or something happened with that tackle, but he's gone down and he's got back up again. Ball's all the way back with Fabianski, but listen, I'll take that just now still. I don't know, something's wrong with Bowen.
Yeah, Fabian.
Oh, West Ham won the ball back there. Crazy. Go on. Ogbonna.
I actually thought Fabian.
Well played, Augie.
I actually thought Fabianski was kicking the ball out for Bowen there, but maybe not.
I don't know. I think Bowen's maybe recovered, is he? I'm confident enough to say that I think West Ham are frustrating Man United.
Yeah, they are. They are.
I mean, Fernandez, was through there on the wing, and he was in a forward position, and it was a bit of a hit and hope that someone was forward and West Ham cleared up. But it's back again in Man United's defence.
Evening, Ian. Thank you very much, mate, for your comment. End of season show coming up this Sunday. So far, so good in my eyes. Looks a little dangerous. Yeah. Well, as I think we've gotten more into it, haven't we? I think that's the important thing. And as you said, Anton, we're frustrating them.
What happened there though was the players fed a big ball. Man United players fed the big ball out to Williams. He's panicked. I know Man United still got the ball. Mensah's through. Sorry. Great tackle from Souček. That was Souček, by the way. What a tackle that was still.
Yeah.
I don't know how he covers the ground he does, but
mate, I don't know how we've got him for 18 under 20 million pounds. I really don't know. What's the catch? Really, I want to know what the catch is, because he's been immense for us. And how come none of the other bigger teams have discovered him?
Still, he doesn't stop. There's another example. Man United, Hit and hope.
Yep, that was hit and hope. Yeah,
we are at that position right now where we need to keep stopping them playing through the middle, and that's what they don't like. I think Gary Neville pinpointed it at the start. West Ham are forcing the ball out into the wings. They've not got players that want to score balls, score headers, or they've got big, talented men up front. I'm not remotely denying it, but now they're playing football. Greenwood out on the wing, just inside the West Ham box, tries to feed Fernandes, but West Ham have surrounded him with 3 men. So
there
check
you go.
the ball.
Very well played.
Crap ball though, but
Yep.
we got a hold of the ball. So check.
Evening, Jamie. Thanks for watching. We're not doing it for you, by the way. We're doing it for West Ham, but Lions United doing some off-season chat. We sure are. We're going to start off with a massive transfer window show, which will happen. We'll make it happen next week after the season's over, and we're going to talk about all the players that we think are going to go, all the players that we've been linked with, and try and put some reality to all the stories.
Should they stay or should they go?
VG don't have a link, I'm afraid. Sorry. I don't know if anyone else here has, but we don't.
West Ham
Raymond
clipped all the way
James, good
there.
evening.
Man United went through the middle there, but we did stand up to it, defended it well. Although, don't be careful, Martial through on goal, is he? Oh, good. So check.
Again.
We're gonna have to create a gif of some sort for him. Earlier on, still, he broke down an attack because the ball just hit his foot and bounced random areas that, it's just the ball. He's like, Rashford shoots from distance. Good save from Fabianski.
Raymond, get to half time would be good. 0-0. They will panic longer. Yeah, agreed. When the next season started? Do we know when the next season started? It's going to start. I think it's something like about 4 weeks after the season finishes, or something, isn't it? 3 or 4 weeks, I think it is, Ian. Juha, is it Juha? Juha will be good if we don't allow any counter attacks.
Williams out on the wing, crosses into the middle, finds Mensu. He doesn't get a good connection with that.
Yeah.
I tell you what, earlier on though, we know that Rashford's capable of a long distance shot. He's a clever footballer. What it does show me though is that it was still 25 yards out and they couldn't get any further closer to goal. So that was really the only chance to test Fabianski. He got it on target. They're showing it now in the replay. It's a fantastic shot.
Yeah.
But Fabianski's more than capable to parry that away.
Good evening, reckless passing. Yeah, we have had a little bit of that. English Yardie, good evening, mate. Afternoon, good evening. Working and listening. Sorry you're working, mate. But glad you're joining us.
Come down, Noble! Oh, Fabianski. Come on, son.
Oh, God, that was wild.
Right, go on. Noble's got a hold of the ball. That's it. Well played, mate. He's running rings round Pogba. Go on, Antonio. Good play. Oh. Tell you what, still.
Man United have had 3 shots on target. I'm surprised. I thought it was only the one.
It's fine. Rashford's picking the ball through to Greenwood. He's kind of not got a hold of the ball. Diop's kicked it out for a throw-in.
Can anyone help VG Peter to watch the match? Has anyone got a link for VG at all? Well, the Sky Sports VG.
Fernandes through the middle. West Ham have packed out that area, though. Matic out wide to Rashford, who finds Williams and makes an overlapping run. Oh, no, get hold of the ball! Oggy, good defending, mate.
Oh, hammer of the year again, Oggy.
Last gasp attempt defending there from Big Oggs.
Hammer of the year. Who's your hammer of the year, people? Actually, that'd be a good starting point, for halftime chat. Who do you reckon has earned the right to be hammer of the year this season? Let us know in your comments. Good play by Williams, though.
Yeah, really good play. need to shave my beard still. I need to shave my beard. It's having a big effect. I'm constantly itching.
What have you done, sorry?
What?
What have you done, sorry?
I need to shave my beard. It's
Oh,
constantly
you need to shave it.
I'm growing it, and it's just it's annoying me.
It's always pleasing when Gary Neville sounds pissed off. Joe, love it. Lawrence, Oggy. Is that your hammer of the year? Agreed, mate. Agreed.
Right, Bowen out wide to Antonio, who's out wide again. It's a crazy ball in the middle of the park, but still, decent first half from West Ham. What I do want to see though is early substitutions. I want to see.
I like to see a couple of fresh legs on at half time, second half, beginning of the second half.
Pressure's off for the season still.
Exactly.
For the season. So give me some Anderson, give me some Haller. Mark Noble goes long to Antonio. We're working the wings with Antonio, aren't we?
Yeah, but the problem is when he goes out wide, there's no one in the middle. That's the problem. That's why you need Haller and Antonio on the pitch.
That's why they're relying so much on Souček, because look where his position is now. Guys, we're hoping.
By the way, when you were setting up downstairs or wherever you were going, someone quite rightly made a comment that that they wish that you'd stop talking about a diamond formation because you only mentioned 3 players, so you're really talking about a triangle.
I actually did, before that comment come in, correct myself and say triangle. Then I seen the comment. Then I brought the comment up and corrected myself for the second time.
Oh, did you? Well,
yeah.
I corrected you as well when you were setting up downstairs for the 3rd time, just in case.
Listen, I can admit when I make mistakes.
Well, that's good. I mean, you're almost as perfect as me now. Are we getting any guests on? I'm getting bored with you.
Yeah, no, I think we've got half time. Listen, that's what I was just about to say to you. We don't know if we're going to get Alf at half time. We're still working on it. We think we might. Well, we might get him. We might get him.
Okay.
And if he does, if not, we've got a backup plan. Don't worry.
A backup plan.
Backup plan. Still, I'll let you do a little bit of commentary while I just sort out this.
So what we got here? We've got Ogbonna for Hammer of the Year, but Souček, Antonio and Bone have been great. I agree, Joan. I think Ogbonna is Hammer of the Year for me. Don't give us Arthur. I rate Ben Johnson. I think he's good. Yeah, and a lot of people at West Ham rate him. And after the whole Ngakia thing, it's good that a lot of people in the club are talking about Ben Johnson far more highly than they were about Ngakia. And if you're not almost scored there, West Ham fans, almost scored.
Long ball, Ben Johnson out in the wing. Big hit and hope. Antonio.
That wasn't a foul. That wasn't a foul. Wow, little nudge in the back. Joe Stanley, good evening. Give it to Rice so he stays. No, mate, he'll stay anyway, so don't worry. He's not going anywhere. Forget all these stupid rumours about Chelsea. It's not going to happen. Lawrence, I bet Jim wouldn't make that mistake, Anton.
What mistake? All right, the diamond triangle.
Jim is the voice of reason.
That's not a great tackle.
Oh, that was a terrible tackle.
Given a yellow card. Great play from Noble.
There you go, Anton. A 2D diamond is a triangle. Tone. Good evening, Tone. Guys, who's better, De Gea or Fabianski? Well, at the moment, Fabianski, I'd say. De Gea is a good keeper, but he's had a bit of a turgid time, isn't he? If he has as long a season as Fabianski has had, then yeah. Have you guys done any videos with JP? No.
Free kick West Ham. Still, because you're in the comments, if you see any updates, we don't want to know.
All right, mate. Go!
Yeah. Noble finds Rice from distance, who shoots, parries off the...
Oh, that's knocked him out. Pogba. Handball, I say. Handball. I think that should be VAR.
Handball.
There you go, Joe. VAR. Exactly. That's what I agree. VAR it. Let's see if where it hit him.
It does. Right in his hands.
It's a handball. That's a penalty.
They're doing VAR.
That's a massive penalty.
Checking possible penalty. Handball. It's handball.
Handball.
Look.
It's handball.
Handball. Penalty. It's got to be a penalty. It's got to be a penalty. It's handball. He's hit us off his hands. Why are they repeating it? It's
oh my God, that's as clear as daylight. How long is it going to take him to decide that?
Give us a penalty. That has to be a penalty.
100% it has to be.
The rules state penalty, so give us a penalty.
You know what they're going to get?
Don't look at the comments.
It's taking too long. Penalty. It's got to be a penalty.
Why are they doing this?
What did they... Exactly. Why is it taking so long?
Penalty.
Yes. Come on, West Ham.
Come on, you Lions.
Noble.
Don't look at the comments, Stelios.
I'm trying not to.
Turn them away.
I'm trying not to. Oh, I don't want to look at the comments, but...
Click on brand or banners. Click on brand or banners. Give the fans the real reaction from us.
Oh.
Come on, Nobs. Oh, it's not. It's Antonio. Antonio.
I'm
not taking it. Go on, Antonio.
Oh, I know what's going to happen already.
Oh.
Yeah! West Ham. Oh dear.
I can't even get a camera working. Antonio.
Didn't we create an Antonio thing? Hang on, I've got it. Hang on a minute. I'm bringing that up.
Antonio. One now, halftime. Come on, you hands. Stelios. Absolutely brilliant, West Ham. I tell you what, still.
I don't know what poor Pogba was thinking.
Well, to be fair, he was probably saving his life. Because the ball was getting smacked against his head. And that's, you know what? That's the stupid thing with that rule.
But why does it have to take them so long to decide that when it was such a clear penalty? Such a clear penalty.
Right, let me just upgrade some stuff on the system. Let's hit save. Put that down there. We are just waiting to find out. Okay. Stel, just continue for 2 minutes.
Where are you going? Oh, hang on. I need to turn the commentary down so I can hear what I'm doing. So here we are, half time, everyone. Antonio scores the goal, gets us through to half time. Yes, mate.
Stel, are you ready, mate?
Go on.
But this isn't with Alf.
Go on.
You're liking the tunes, mate. You're liking the tunes.
Oh, mate, that's so much better than the rubbish. that you put
Welcome
on the
to our
board.
halftime report. I'm taking over from Alf tonight. He is not here. He is holidaying it up with his family, and good on you, mate. Welcome back to our channel. West Ham 1-0 up against Manchester United, and we are going to bring in our first guest of the halftime report. And it's Richard. You're back, mate. Come on. Yes!
Yes, boys. Flipping absolutely buzzing with that. Absolutely buzzing.
See, wait, listen. 1-0 West Ham. What's your thoughts?
Oh, mate, you know what? We've done really, really well. We've soaked up a bit of pressure early on. We always look dangerous. Bowen's looked really good out wide, and, you know, just a penalty to top off a really good first half. So hopefully we can go out second half and nick a really, really good win.
Fantastic. How do you think West Ham have fared up? You know, I think at the start that Man United had a lot of possession, but I mean, how do you think we actually fared up?
We started off quite slow. We let them have a lot of the ball, but we've grown into the game really, really nicely. Our passing's been really good, really sharp. Fornals has played nicely. Souček's played well. So, yeah, I've been really, really impressed. And we knew that United were going to throw the kitchen sink at us, but we've soaked it up, and I think we deserve to be ahead, to be honest. We took our chance. That's all we can do.
Do you think we're frustrating them, Richard? You know, we've talked about Man United wanting to play the ball through the middle of the park, but what we're doing is actually encouraging them to play the balls out wide, and they are struggling out there. And West Ham are putting players back and forth, left, right, and centre in the middle of the park, packing it out. But we're pressing them. We're not pressing them to the level that Stell's looking for, but we're definitely pressing them up backwards to their defence, back to De Gea. That's obviously causing them concerns, isn't it?
Oh, massively. You know, the likes of Bruno Fernandes, Martial, Greenwood, Pogba, they haven't even got into their stride yet. So that says a lot about the way we've played in that first half. So massive credit has to go out to the lads for the first half showing. I just hope that we don't just park the bus in the second half and that we actually try and keep the momentum going. And I could honestly see us scoring another goal.
Yeah. I mean, myself and Stella, we've obviously been doing the watch along, and we've been kind of digressing and dissecting the game left, right, and centre as it's been going on. Sorry, it's my daughter running around wild. She's so happy that Antonio scored for West Ham. She is literally running around the house going, I'll give you there's a little clip. Look, there she goes. She's going wild. The crowd's going wild. Dissecting the game left, right, and centre. And, you know, Stell, who's been the standout player for West Ham in the first half?
It's been really difficult to say any standout player because the team itself have all been playing reasonably well. But Bowen, you know, decent. Antonio working hard again. Declan Rice working hard again. Souček working hard. The defenders have been doing well. You know, it's really hard to say that there's a particular player that's more outstanding than the others. I think it's been a good team effort so far. You know, it's been a really good team effort.
We're bringing in another guest just now. Sorry, 2 seconds. Hold on a second, guys. Right, we're bringing in Richard gone. We're bringing in another guest. Jim, Dad, how are you? Thoughts?
I'm fine. Hello, Stel.
Jim, how are you, mate?
I'm all right, son. You?
Yeah, all good, mate. All good. I mean, well, we're all smiling, aren't we?
Oh, we are. I know. We're really doing well tonight. Anyway, it's good, isn't it?
Well,
It
Dad,
is good.
Dad, talk to us. Dissect the game a little bit. You know, we know what.
Well, I think Fabianski started it for me in defence. He had a couple of good saves in the early stages. I mean, they were pressing us quite hard. I think you commented on that, Stel. There was a lot of pressure coming on us at the beginning there, and we soaked it up. And then Fab made a couple of saves. Then we came more back into the game, and the passing was better. And then we started to penetrate them, put a bit of pressure back on them, and that was desperately needed.
Yeah, I agree.
So I mean, Fernandes at one point had a very good chance and he missed it, which was good for us, obviously. And then I think Antonio was starting that pushing up and giving him a bit of the old bullying up the front, which is brilliant. You know, I love to see that. And then it ended up with getting the penalty shout, which was great. You know, but overall,
what did you think of the fact that Pop? I mean, it may well have been going for his head, but you know, as a footballer, you take it, don't you? You don't put your hands up. I mean, that's really, you know, that's not football, is it? Really?
No, it's not. No. I mean, it was definitely a penalty, and that's it. They messed around with VAR as per usual, didn't they?
Why did they take so long, Jim? I mean,
don't know.
You know, were they looking for some reason, some excuse not to give a penalty? You
maybe
know?
they did, but I don't know if still on that one. But I mean, it was constant, wasn't it? Constant replay
Yeah.
before we
Yeah.
got that decision. But he stroked it away well, did he not, Antonio? Another great goal for us. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Right?
Listen, Dad, that's 8 goals for Antonio since Project Restart. But listen,
Yeah.
what are we doing to Manchester United? We're frustrating them in the middle of the park, aren't we? And they don't like it. They don't like it.
And I think once we put a little bit of pressure, Bowen had a couple of nice little runs at him. I'd like to see him have a bit more of a go in the second half there. But because when he starts attacking them on that wing, I think they don't really know how to handle him. He's good. What do you think, Stel, on Bowen?
I like Bowen. You know, he's a workhorse, isn't he? He works hard.
Yeah.
He's got flair. You know, I mean, he's giving Williams a couple of times. He's trying to give him almost outrunning him. Williams is a young lad, but Bowen looks like he's solid, isn't he? He's a solid player, and I like him. I like him a lot. Yeah.
Dad, stay there. We're just going to bring in another guest. Cess, 1-0 West Ham, Antonio, mate. Yeah.
Antonio again, once again, our saviour, man. Absolutely. Yeah. I feel like we've done better than I expected, to be fair. We've weathered the storm. We've frustrated Man United. They've not really played to their best, to be honest, but we've frustrated them really, and we've took advantage really of like Pogba's cowardly hand of Pog, we might say.
Hand of Pog.
I'm sorry, like, as a footballer,
I like that.
I like that.
That's disgraceful, man. You don't, as a footballer, you don't do that. Just take one for the team, take it in your face, and just like have a little breather. You just don't like coward and put your hands up like that. That's pathetic, man. But you know what? We'll take it. We'll take it at the end of the day. Yeah. I'll take it.
Would you guys, Dad? Would you put that down as a professional first half performance by West Ham?
Yeah, very professional. Yeah. I think that. I mean that I think it was as team effort today. I think one of you guys said it there. I mean, it's a great team effort so far, and I think that's what we were needed today. I think at the beginning, again, what you were commenting on, and they said it on TV as well there, whereby we were defending a little bit too much. We were stand too far back. But once we start moving forward a little bit, spray a few passes around, that really kind of upsets them.
Yeah, absolutely. Cess, would you make any changes early doors for the second half? 1-0 up West Ham?
Not at the moment. I'll keep it as it is. I'll like I said, I'll wait, give it 5, maybe 10 minutes. But at the moment, I think we're doing really well at the moment, like better than I expected. I won't really change it at the moment. But if we want to like maybe like risk it and go for it, probably like, you know, just get like Wilshere on, get like maybe like Anderson on, you know, get one of them on, and just take it to Man United. Because as the game goes by, if they're getting more and more frustrated, we can capitalize on it.
Yeah, let's talk about that man Souček. I can't help it. You know, when we do a watch along, when you're talking about the game, which we don't do a lot of in particular, but when we do, it's the name that pops up a lot. Souček. He interferes. We've been watching the triangle, not the diamond, the triangle, and we've been looking at the importance of when Souček moves forward, how Noble slips in behind him, how Declan Rice is protecting the back two, and again, vice versa when any players move forward. Dad, Souček, how important is he for us right now?
Well, do you know, he's been brilliant for us, and to be fair, we've got to give that to Moyes. I mean, pre the match when they were talking, when you think the 2 signings he made, they've both been brilliant, really, to be honest. And Souček has been a complete, I don't know where he came on the horizon, but he's been a fantastic player. Revelation.
Yeah.
Revelation.
And Cess, he really, Cess, he's come in, he's transformed that midfield, to be honest. And you know, I don't want to get carried away at all, but still, we were watching that game, and and everyone who's watching the game, you see the organisation in that midfield trio, and I feel like I'm blowing their trumpets, but it's got to be credit where credit is due, and that's exactly what the 3 of them are doing. Apart from the odd mistake here and everywhere from probably from Noble, but he's made a tiny couple of mistakes. But Dad, don't get your head. That goes to his head, Lawrence.
Lawrence,
all right.
Lawrence,
all right.
I get so worked up when I see that comment coming in from you, Lawrence. I love it.
I'm staying up there all night now.
Brilliant. Thanks, Del.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Listen, Cess, what we did see was Antonio was getting dragged out to the wings quite a lot, and when he was working hard down there, and a couple of times he was crossing the ball in. I think the expectation went on to Souček to move forward, but he wasn't there. So do you think that's something, I think still me and you were saying that potentially Sebastian Haller would have been creaming himself over getting opportunities like that in the middle of the box?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that the one substitution you'd like to see, Cess?
But yeah, get Haller on, because like I said, the more Man United get frustrated and they're not playing to their game, we can take advantage of that, and then we can get Haller on, and I think he'll cause someone like Harry Maguire absolute problems. Like, he'll be an absolute nightmare for him personally.
Yeah, I mean, Man United really are desperate. They've really got to get points to try and get that Champions League position. So they've definitely got to go forward now. So we really should, I feel, perhaps have an attack, have a go at them in the second half. No, what do you reckon, guys?
Yeah. I think frustrate him a bit more, and then
frustrate him. Yes, that's what I feel.
That's why I think I'd like to see, I know, we're doing all right, and I get what you're saying, Seth, about, there's no need to change it, keep it like that, and Moyes will probably do that for the first 10 minutes or so, but I want to see them look worried when he brings Haller on for Noble or Fornals or something like that, because that will shake them up. That will make them go, hang on a minute, we're 1-0 down. True. And then Haller's coming on, and now we've got to worry about Antonio and Haller up front. Because, I think the thing for me was, I'm not taking nothing away from the first half. We've done really well. I was a bit concerned early on because we were absorbing a lot of pressure, sitting back too much, not trying to sort of make them hurry with a pass or anything like that. And then we got back into it. But then when Antonio was getting the ball, he was going out wide. And Anton and I were saying, right, he's got the ball out wide. Hang on a minute, there's no one in the middle, because Antonio was out wide. And if you had Haller on, they not only have to worry about Antonio out wide, they've got to worry about Haller in the middle as well. Yeah. And I'd like to see Haller come on. I'd really love to see Haller play 45 minutes and score. I think that would do them the world of good, But don't need to change it, but it'd be nice to change it.
Man United have made a substitution. They brought Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah, I see that.
I don't know who they took off, Seth. Did you see who they
Mensa.
Yeah. So, Wan-Bissaka, we know he's capable of getting forward and causing problems down the wing. Dad and Seth, thanks for joining us. We'll get you next time around.
Man. Okay, see you later, guys.
See you later. See you later.
That was your halftime report.
Got dragged away? What? You probably went and had some dinner, mate. I haven't had any dinner yet, so.
Still, I need to actually go to the. Once you pop, you can't stop, and you go to the toilet, mate. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Go on, then. Probably better off without you, mate. Welcome back to the second half, and tell us what you think. Thanks for all your comments. Sorry we're not getting through them as quickly as we can, but there's no changes for West Ham. Man United have made one change. So Wan-Bissaka is on for Fonsu Mensah, who kind of, I actually didn't expect he was going to start today. So I wonder if Wan-Bissaka is maybe carrying a knock, or maybe he's just not on form. But anyway, West Ham have got the ball, playing it around in midfield. Noble takes it out wide to Johnson. Nice little ball in there for Bowen. Bowen, he's looking to get it across. Good ball to Creswell. Love Bowen's touch. Love his passing. Very, very good. Now, West Ham, see now what difference a goal makes. The confidence that they got. Souček out wide. Johnson in. Come on, mate. Could have done better than that. You could have beaten the first player. I'll show you something there. Let's see if we've got them, because I haven't even seen what they are. But hang on a minute, I'll show you something. It looks like Anton might have taken them off. Anton's removed them. We did have some halftime graphics, and Anton's removed them, I'm afraid. So sorry about that. Can't show them to you. So let's get back to the game. So Man United got the ball. Wan-Bissaka attacking out wide right. They're looking like they're in a hurry, Man United now. Well intercepted, West Ham. Nice play, West Ham, getting it out of getting out of the box. That's better. That's better. Pass and move. Pass and move. Now he's going to whack it. See, that's going nowhere. That's going nowhere. Unlucky Bowen. So Brandon Williams has got it. It's out to Rashford. Well intercepted by Johnson. Gets it over to Noble. Bowen. Back to Johnson. Oh, mate. To feet. To feet. But anyway, never mind. Throw on to Man United. Pogba. The handball. The hand of Pog. Let's get that. I love that from Cess. Where is it? Let's see if we can bring that back up. Quote of the day. Hand of Pog. There you go. Out wide, Rashford. Good ball to... Who was that? Maguire. And the manager, Vidic.
Still, I've gone ahead of you, mate, so I need to catch up. Pause it. So I'm on 48.54.
48.54. I'm on 48.06, 7, 8, 9, 10.
How is it going?
Mate, I don't know. I don't know.
Tell-
You tell me.
Tell me when you're at 49.05.
Straight to Fabianski. Fernandez. That was a terrible ball. One of the worst balls I've seen him play. 48, what did you say? 49 what?
49.05.
49.05, no problem.
Hand of Pog.
You know, we're going to discuss VAR, I'm sure, after the season's ended, and why it took the VAR to take so very long to make that decision on what was a clear handball. You know, and it make it. Oh, hang on a minute. Sorry about that. 49.05. Go on. 49.06.
Right, Mark
Noble. Yeah. And Antonio wins it back by Rice. Johnson, nice little ball in. Not bad, not bad. You know, we've got to have a debate about VAR, haven't we? And why did it take so very long for that decision to be made? You know, when it was an evident, I mean, you could see it, an evident handball. What are they waiting for? What I mean, am I thinking conspiracy theories here, or what were they waiting for, Anton? Why did it take them so long to make that decision?
Genuinely don't have a clue, mate. I don't know if it was so obvious that they had to make sure rule out every angle. I mean, it's getting to the point now where if it's so blatant, it takes longer sometimes than it does when it's not so blatant.
Yeah.
I mean,
but that was blatant, mate.
I don't know what I'm intrigued to know is oh no, he's through. Oh, it's one each.
Yeah, one each. That's what we didn't want, West Ham United. 1-1, Mason Greenwood.
Still through the middle, mate.
Yeah.
Good goal. Let's have a little description of that. Let's have a look here. Pogba plays short to Fernandez. Greenwood to Martial. Back to Greenwood. Back to
They played it right through us. Yeah. Look how many players there were around him. And you know what? I'm going to say it again here. Everyone's standing off,
mate. But that's our biggest problem. Central defensive.
Everyone, but no, not just the central defense, but everybody is watching Man United play around us. You know, and that's that's what was concerning me in the first half. That we were standing there. What we weren't pressing. Pressing for me is when you're closing right down. It's not about standing 2 yards off and watching them pass it through you or past you. And that was, see, they're going to go for it now, Man United, and you know, we got to. That's it. That's better. You see what Johnson just did there, where he closed that down. He closed it down a bit quicker. So look, we're doing it again now. We're standing off. No one is going towards the ball. And I get what you're saying, that you know, if you go towards the ball and you lose it, then it opens up space. But you can do that in their half.
Yeah, but you can do that when we're attacking. But you can't. What I've been wanting West Ham to do what we've been done in the first half. You can't do that in a defensive element.
Exactly.
You can't do that in the area of the park. Go on, Bowen.
Go on, Bowen.
Go on, son. Go on, son.
He's got the better of Williams. Go on, Bowen. Nice play. Unlucky, Bowen.
Oh, Declan.
Oh, Declan. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. You can stand off when you're in their half, but when you're just outside your 18-yard box, you can't. Not talking about making rash challenges, but get closer. Don't they're 2 yards off the ball, and they're watching them pass the ball, and that's what Man United can do. They can hurt you.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. 1-1.
I'd like to see a change now.
Yeah. Joe just got back. Where's Anton? He went off for a wee. He's back now. Have I got dial-up mode? No, mate. Unfortunately, I'm watching it on my laptop, which is always a lot slower than watching it on your TV. And it is really, really frustrating. But what can I do? There you go.
I think what everyone wants to know still is, if we're not going to be back in the stadium for the first 2 or 3 months of this season, are you going to put your hand in your pocket and buy Sky Sports?
No, I'm not.
So for all you fans that are wanting to know why we're delayed, blame Still.
No, mate, I'm not going to spend money on Sky Sports. Absolutely not. There you go. You talked about defender Cedric Kipre. He will put in a tackle to break. Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm, I want to see us. We just can't stand off players all the time. And, we concede so many goals. And, we do need someone that's got a bit of bottle, to put a decent challenge in. And Kipre, apparently, a lot of teams are watching him, looking out from him from Wigan,
We just didn't start the second half the way we finished the first half.
We're standing off.
We took our heads off the game. We let them play through the middle of the park, which is what we frustrated them with. And then within the first couple of minutes of the second half, we gave them exactly what they wanted to do, and that's how they scored a goal.
Exactly.
So as long as we tighten them back up again, frustrate them, and fair play to Man United, they've pushed on and got through eventually.
Right, Joni's asking, what changes would you make, Anton?
Oh, right. I tell you what, this is what I would make, and I'm not joking here, and I might get slated, but I'm not really that bothered. Noble for Anderson, and let Anderson play in behind Antonio, and Haller for Fornals.
I agree with both of those. Agree with both.
Haller up top, and I want to see.
Anderson's got the pace. He will cause them problems. See there. That is what I'm talking about. We close them down. We won the tackle. That's what we should be doing all the time. We shouldn't be standing off them. And Rice did just that. He closed them down, won the tackle. Now we got the ball. Okay, we just lost it, but that's what I mean. But I agree with you. Both those changes, I would do the same. Yeah.
The reason behind that is that we'll have the protection with Souček and Rice. We'll have the confidence with Anderson and the pace in behind the strikers. What's he doing? Goal kick. He's not going to VAR, is he?
Joe was watching VAR the other day. We signed someone called Sissoko. That's in the women's team, mate.
Yeah, that was the women's team.
Yeah.
He's got the pace to cause them problems. And if you support Bowen and Haller...
There we go. He's talking changes. Talking changes.
Come on, be ballsy. We want to see this now.
Yeah. Do not put a defender on for an attack-minded player.
Still, I'm not being negative about tonight's performance. I'm not being negative at all. All I'm trying to say is, like I said, the foot's off the gas. We've got that protection of the goals. They're not going to turn around this goal difference. Like, give us a little bit of something, a little bit of excitement. We want to see a little bit more excitement.
Exactly.
Not
exactly.
slagging off this performance because I thought fair play to West Ham, top notch first half performance.
There you go. I blame Alf. He's not here to phone Moyes and tell him what to do.
Should we try it still?
Yeah. Well, I don't have his hotline.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's the problem. Alpha's got it. He's where's Alf? Somewhere in God knows where.
Come on, West Ham.
See, and here we go again. You know, they're just knocking it around again.
They've got more of a threat, I find, though, with that Wan-Bissaka down there.
He's more attack-minded, isn't he?
Yeah. Come on, West Ham, make the sub. I want to see this sub.
You're going to have to excuse me for a minute, mate.
It's fine. Keep your comments coming in, guys. Let us know your thoughts on so far what's been happening. Fabianski plays it short to Oggy. Finds Souček out to Creswell on the wing. Out for a throw in just inside the West Ham half. Let us know your thoughts on the substitutions, if at all any, that you would make. But again, I don't want people to sit here thinking that I'm being extremely negative, because I'm really not. I thought fantastic performance. I think we just took our eye off the ball for the goal that Man United scored. Good goal from them, not denying that. But we stepped off and let them play through the middle. Go on, Oggy, find Fabianski. That's the one. But for me, I'll just trying to justify why I would make the two substitutions I would. We need to see these players. We need to see them give us something back, play them in the positions we know they're capable of, give Antonio a bit of support up top, let Bowen do the job he needs to do. Man United on the attack, pings the ball through to the middle. Pogba a little bit of space, but again, West Ham got men behind the ball. Finds Matic in the middle of the park, out wide to Williams, back inside to Matic, out wide. I'm just going to speed this up a little bit. Wait till Stell comes back. We're live officially now, so I'll give you the proper commentary. 60 minutes gone. Ben Johnson throw in, Declan Rice back to Johnson on the wing. Goes long all the way over to Creswell. Good ball, Johnson. Creswell on the attack. Fornals is making a run, but doesn't use him. Creswell cuts inside. Now uses Fornals out on the wing. Cuts inside to his right foot. Tries a few bits of trickery. Declan Rice, too heavy pass. Wan-Bissaka straight to Ben Johnson. Martin Noble deep. On the halfway line. Out to Ben Johnson. Bowen on the wing. Finds Martin Noble through the middle. Again, back to Bowen. Out to Declan Rice. Goes wide to Creswell. Creswell out to Antonio on the wing. Wan-Bissaka standing up to him. Gives the strength. Tries to cut inside. Take on the player. Back to Creswell. Go on, Antonio. Good. Oh, it's just too heavy, that ball. Too heavy passes. Man United trying to play the ball out. Oh, straight to Souček. Noble finds Bowen inside the Man United half. He shoots from distance. Save from De Gea. Preview and before the game, we stated at the start of this that we need to test the keeper. That's something we've not actually done. It's funny how quickly you forgot about that. We have not tested De Gea much throughout this game, to be honest. And that was probably one of the first times in this half. It took a deflection off Williams. Good save from De Gea, to be honest. Still, I've gone ahead of you, mate. Oh, I will catch. Oh, is that Johnson from distance? And it goes wide. Still, just while you were off, I went ahead. So okay. I'll press pause. I'm on 61.55.
Got a minute ahead.
Oh, we've got Russ.
Yeah, I did invite him.
No, that's good. Here he comes. Russ, how you doing, mate? Are you well?
Yeah.
Good evening,
How
Russ.
are you guys? How are you? You all right?
Yep, good. Thank you, mate. What's your thoughts?
In it. First half, we were all over, weren't we?
Yeah.
Second half, they've come out all guns blazing, haven't they? Really, unfortunately.
Exactly.
100%. What's in there, Russ? The substitution.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I watch it. It's the thing. I'm rubbish at these things because I'd get too engrossed watching it. But yeah, no. And we just need. I think we do need some pip to get us going again. I mean, it's. You're right. I mean, I think I think Nova's looking a bit leggy, to be honest.
Yeah, we've been talking about we need a change, and it's like there's less than half an hour to go now, and that's the thing that worries me about David Moyes. He needs to make that change a bit sooner, and it's such a shame that he hasn't done it so far. You know, and Rashford is just beating Johnson. They got a corner now.
Russ, just to bring you into the thing, what we try and do is we try and stay together. Russ, what minute are you on?
I'm on 63.
63.
34, 35.
Yeah, so still, I've had to join.
You guys join Russ, and I'll just yeah. Russ, there you go. You got a fan there on the screen. From
good old Joan.
Loving
Good
your
old
work.
Joan. Loving my work.
There we go.
Yeah.
The interview, Russ. The interview god is here.
The interview god. I like that. I'm going to use that more often.
Which hopefully you have. Russ does My Hammer's 11 YouTube channel. It's a great show. He's got everyone and anyone. Show he interviews them, gets their best all-time 11. You know, next thing, I mean, you've literally got that. You've got that black book that everyone craves so much.
Yeah. It's only it's been an 8-week black book, but yeah, no, it's it's good, man. Yeah.
We're going to nick it off you when we find you.
Yeah, I think everyone. Yeah. No, it's good. We got some good ones coming up as well. So we've got some good guys coming up as well. So
yeah.
Sorry, I'm just trying to work on my iPad as well. It's stupidly massive iPad.
To be fair to you, mate, do you know what?
There you go. Russ has his wall painted the West Ham colours. Is that deliberate?
Yeah. No. Do you know what? Yeah. I mean, this is obviously this is the boudoir. This is where the magic happens. But no. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. This is the only room in the house we haven't decorated. We've been here for 6 years. But yeah, it's
and
just,
I wonder
just
why you haven't decorated it.
Do you know what? I never really thought about that. And I've got sort of baby blue sort of bedding as well. It's sort of, West Ham gets into your veins without realising, isn't it? So yeah.
Great colour. I think it's a great colour.
Yeah, I'm surprised. It's the only room we haven't.
Still, what I was saying there to Russ was I find it like it's fascinating. And do you know what, Russ? I think it's great that you do the shows you do with the ex-pros, and there isn't even a form of jealousy from even us guys, because I love listening to the reminiscing stories. It's like it's like a magazine, and you're interviewing ex-pros, and I for the first time in a long time, I want to sit and watch their stories and not want to. I don't want to do it myself because
I know what you mean.
You do sometimes, and we've not had a huge. We've had ex-pros on. We've not had nowhere near as what you've had. But yeah, it's just good stories, mate, from a fan's point of view, and I love it. Really good work, mate. Well done. Yeah.
Cheers, man. No, I love. I in a weird way, I prefer interviewing the fans because it's more like you're down the pub with them. Do you know what I mean? Whereas the players are the players, and you always feel slightly apprehensive to make sure you've got their appearances down properly and their goals, how many goals they've scored, because if you don't know it, they will tell you about it. So particularly someone like Tony Cottee and stuff. So it's a little bit of pressure, but no, it's good, man. It's fun. We've got we've got Julian Faubert coming on tomorrow, so he'll be on the channel tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that. I might even post it today if we get a winner. There we go, there's exclusive. If we get a winner, Faubert's on. But yeah,
very briefly, have you actually spoken to Faubert?
Oh yeah, it's all recorded. Yeah.
Right, so I've got a cool. Well, it's not a great story, but I don't know if you know, but he actually signed for. Oh no! From distance.
Yeah.
Faubert signed for Kilmarnock. Stell's favourite Scottish team. And,
your favourite Scottish team is just up the road from your house, isn't it?
This was after his time at Real Madrid. He came back to West Ham. He performed really well when he came back to West Ham, and then he went away. And anyway, he signed for Kilmarnock, Scottish Premier League team. And when he was at Kilmarnock, I knew the kit man. So I asked, Right, I'll come back to you, Stel. Actually,
two sugars.
Stel, I'll let you do it. I'll be back in 2 minutes, mate.
All right, okay.
Well, it's a drinks break anyway now, Stel. So
Is it?
yeah,
I'm still getting there, mate. I'm still getting there.
I hate the drinks break. I just think it's a bit ridiculous. You know what I mean? A drinks break. You know.
Well, we were saying that earlier on that it seems like the drinks breaks and the 5 subs are going to stay in this next season, which is a little bit frustrating. I think I don't really understand the drinks break now. Everyone's back, fully fit and so on. So get rid of those. And the 5 subs, well, it's much of a muchness, I guess. But
it is.
I think the drinks break kind of puts me off. I think, and every time we talk about the drinks break, whenever Moyes has a drinks break, he tells the team to play differently. So we might start the first 20 minutes playing really well, go out and have a drinks break, and then all of a sudden we're like a transformed team. Not for the better usually, not for the better, but there you go. But we're safe, aren't we? Despite whatever happens tonight.
I mean, I interviewed Bobby Seagull, the mathematician, and he's been on University Challenge and stuff, and he's a very clever man, and he gave me a probability of 99.8% or something like that. And to be honest, I believe him because he's won Celebrity Mastermind. So,
if you can't believe him, who are you going to believe?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. But it's just one of those things. But no, but I mean, I don't know. Just the drinks breaks. It just seems really weird. And they happen obviously halfway through, and then it's based on. I think when we played Watford, didn't we have the drinks break in like the 72nd minute or something ridiculous? Because
like that,
there wasn't a break in play. And then what's the point? You've only got 80 minutes left. But what's interesting, they keep the clock going. They keep the clock running. So I
didn't know that. I thought they stopped.
Yeah, no, because it's like here they keep the clock running. So I assume that they're only playing 88 minutes. I don't know whether they add it on to the end, but as minutes extra.
Well,
but
I don't know. Well, the first half today, they only added on a minute, so probably not. Probably not. But so what do you think? We're safe, and now we're obviously going to start look. Oh, that was I'm a bit behind you. That was a really nasty foul. That
was a nasty one. Yeah, that was a nasty one.
We're looking
safe.
Now we're going to obviously Moyes is going to start. He's going to have to sell. Who do you reckon, mate? That who do you think? I mean, we're going to do.
I mean, Anderson's gone, isn't he? Anderson's gone, isn't he? He has to be. I mean, he's not. Yeah, I mean, I think Anderson's gone. I think we won't. I don't know whose contract's up, but they might not renew them. But obviously you got Souček, and that in itself is I think it was Gio or Gonzo or someone on Hammer's chat the other day was saying we could flip him tomorrow and we double our money on him straight away, Souček. And but I mean, it's going to be 1 in, 1 out type thing, isn't it? But I think if we got rid of Anderson. I mean, Haller, isn't it? Monaco are after, what's the name? Monaco wants him back to reunite his partnership at Frankfurt, the manager there.
All right.
So I don't know. You just don't know, do you? Now, I mean, it's such a weird. The whole thing's weird now. You've only got a few weeks until I think mid-September we're going to be starting again potentially, and it's just the whole thing's just strange. So I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, obviously, we're after all the champion, the sort of the Leipzig model, which I think is absolutely bang on. Which I think is absolutely great because I think that's the only way we can operate as a club and compete is to buy younger players, and because very rarely, it's like you look at the Andersons and Haller, you won't get your money's worth for him now if we sold him. You won't get your money back. So, I mean, Bowen, you need double your money at the moment as well. So, I think...
Bowen's been a revelation, Souček, it's interesting, isn't it? And yet the players that we bought for an awful lot of money, you're absolutely right, are the ones that are kind of not really... We're going to get much money back for them. I can see Anderson going. I think it'll be a shame. I think Haller will stay. I don't think we'll sell him.
I think if we stay, because as I said before on a few places, that you've got that front three already. You've got the Bowen, Haller, and Antonio as a 3, and that Haller plays better in a 3. 73% possession for West Ham last 10 minutes.
Last 10 minutes, West Ham have had 73% possession.
Bossing.
27.
Absolutely bossing it.
Who would have thought that?
Who would have thought?
So what other guests you got coming up? You got Faubert coming up. Any other?
Got Faubert coming up. I've got interviewing Jack Collison tomorrow night, late tomorrow night, hopefully. So yeah, Jack's he's agreed to come on. Who else we got? Working on a few others.
Has it gone like all of a sudden? It's gone. I don't know if I can get anyone. And all of a sudden, it's gone. Everyone's coming.
Yeah, and actually, when football started, it's been harder to get, the ex players because they're doing stuff, aren't they? They're doing all the commentary. So
commentary and so on. Yeah.
After Sunday, they'll all be back. They'll all have nothing to do. So we'll hopefully get them all back. But it's
guys. Just quickly, Masuaku is coming on.
Yes.
Oh dear.
Sorry for interrupting you there. But Crazy's gone down. He looks like he's injured actually.
That's the only reason for Matt. That's why we're needing you left back, people, because our answer to Creswell being injured is Masuaku. There you go. Anyway, that's life.
Right, quickly on the Julian Faubert while they're waiting for this substitution to happen. He signed for Kilmarnock. I knew the kit man. It was coming up to my dad's big birthday. I won't say it because he'll get annoyed. Big Jim, the legend. I will not tell you what age he was. And I asked my mate to get Faubert to send me a video. And he did. He was standing in his Kilmarnock strip. And I got this WhatsApp sent through, and it was Julian Faubert. And he was delighted that he was asked from a man that lived 2 minutes up the road from the stadium to sing Bubbles. He'd done it. He sang Bubbles to my dad and wished him happy birthday. And I was like, what a
fantastic.
Legend. Fantastic. We've spoken to him a few times on our Iron United account on Instagram. But he's in, where is he playing just now? He's in like some cuts. I don't know what country it is. He's in a kind of, I don't know, like Taiwan or something like that. Is it not, Russ?
Wow.
But he's like 38, 39. 40, we follow him on our Instagram account, and he's extremely fit. He's an extremely fit player.
Get him on. Try and get him on.
I think we've lost him.
No, I'm back. No, I'm back. I think we've all. Yeah, I'm back. No, get him on, man. I'll have a word. I'll send you his number.
Look, smile because Masuaku's coming on.
Same time as watching West Ham. So yeah.
Yeah, no. Jones hit the nail on the head. We could lose it now. Masuaku will give the ball away. Hang on a minute. I've got something for you all. Hang on a minute. Let me just show you this. Something I knocked up earlier.
What has he been working on?
Arthur Masuaku always gives the ball away.
Still, stay positive, mate. Come on. We don't want any of this negativity.
Oh, shut up, mate.
Russ, welcome back, mate.
We're back. Don't worry. We're back.
Hey, look, I don't even have to say it. Masuaku going to cost us always. We could lose now. Masuaku will give the ball away. See, not just me.
Offside, Man United. Listen, before we've got 15 minutes to go.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing the substitutions. I want to see some more. Oh, Haller, here he comes. Debbie boy. Let's see who he brings off. But 15 minutes.
I think Noble needs to come off. He's looking a bit leggy.
Yeah, we'll see what he wants to do. Because obviously a point is good for us, and so let's see if he's got the balls. And I'd love him to throw Haller on and take Noble off for the last 15 and just have a go, innit? It's like, but we know that's not going to happen.
No, it'll be Antonio, won't it? And Haller will play up front on his own, and then everyone will moan that Haller's not good enough because he can't play up front on his own.
Yeah.
John Kedwood, I love your enthusiasm. 92-minute, 40-yard screamer from Masuaku coming up. Oh, mate. Oh, God.
Antonio's coming off.
I love the banter.
Antonio is coming off for Haller.
I knew it. He's not going for it. And I wanted to see a bit. I wanted to see a bit longer from Haller. I wanted to see at least half an hour.
I tell you what, he may go all guns blazing for Villa.
Well, maybe. But it looks like he's saving Antonio for Villa by bringing him off now. Listen,
guys, 8 goals since Project Restart.
Masuaku, he lets them in. He lets them in.
Come on, Oggy. What's Oggy doing? Come on, Oggy.
But has anyone sort of figured out why Antonio took the penalty, not Mark Noble yet?
Yeah, it's got to be something to do with goals.
That's what I think. I mean, that's what I think. Because it's 10 goals. I think that's his 10th goal, and I wonder whether he's got a thing for 10 goals.
Maybe.
And I don't know. But it was so weird. It was like I think everyone was screaming for Noble to take it when Antonio sort of walked up. I was like, my wife's like, "What is?"
Well, it was a very calm penalty, wasn't it? Very calm penalty.
Proper dispatched it. Because Noble sort of really hits them, doesn't he? And Antonio was just straight down the middle, wasn't it? Let the keeper go. And
very calm.
I'm sorry, my location is right in the living room window, and we've got people coming into the door left, right, and centre. I need to go. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
There we go. I like what Man United have done though with their all the coverings. It looks like there's actually people there, and that is not.
It does actually. That's quite.
It looks really good.
Yeah. I actually thought we were going to do something similar. I didn't realise Arsenal was going to be so small. But how does it look at the stadium? Because I know you've been there.
I think it's great. I think it looks great. Yeah. I mean, when they did it, I thought it looked really good, and I thought actually it looked quite nice. There's a few different fonts there, but that's obviously it's a marketing-y thing. But I quite liked it. I thought it was quite good, and it'll obviously be there for a few games next season at least now. So
I mean, there's talk, isn't there, that there's hope to go back in October, but can you see that somehow? Can you see that we'll be back in October?
To be honest, all the critics about the move to the stadium and stuff, it's set up for social distancing really because of the bowl. We were doing something the other day to see how it all work, and it would actually work quite well.
I don't know if you listen to Irons United on Sunday and then more than just a podcast on Monday night. Nigel Khan was saying that that the owners, forward-thinking owners, they knew 10 years ago that coronavirus was going to come in, and they needed to social distance, which is why they got us this massive big stadium.
I love Nigel Khan. He was brilliant. He delivered my bagels to me on Saturday, and it was brilliant.
Thank you for saying bagels. They're bagels, aren't they?
I mean, it was. Yeah, it should be. I mean, I've heard it called bagels and whatever. I used to work for a Jewish company, so they were bagels. But that's all they always used to say. But no, it was brilliant. Honestly, he was like Ronald McDonald. He turned up. he turned up and like 9:30. He was there at 9:30, like Deliveroo, and. Bless him. They were there. They were beautiful. Really cheered my wife up because obviously I got to the ground an extra 2 hours early because I didn't realise I thought it was a 6 o'clock kickoff. I got last week and this week muddled up. So she wasn't very happy with me. But then I said, look, here's a salt beef bagel from Brick Lane, from the proper bagel. And she was like, oh, thank you.
Words and pictures. Bagels. He's saying they're called bagels. They're not called bagels. They're called bagels.
Oh, possible red card, violent conduct.
Oh,
VAR from Fernandez. No violent conduct. There we go.
Of course there wouldn't be. It's Man United.
But we got a penalty. We got the penalty for the.
Well, we were saying earlier, Russ. It took so long for them to make that decision on the penalty when it was clear handball. It's like, what's going on?
I know.
Really odd, and. They're going to show it again here. Oh no, they're not. Doesn't look like they are.
But no, it's he took forever, didn't they? Especially when Gary Neville was on there, and he was just saying, it's clearly a handball. The guy's not, there's a silly boy there and stuff like that. But
and something just come up on my phone. Masuaku has just been booked for arguing.
Yes, arguing the VAR decision. That's what it was.
Well done, Mass. You've been on 5 minutes, mate. You've made your mark. Hang on a minute. There we go, Richard. Masuaku is changing the game. He sure is. If he's not careful, he'll get sent off. Oh, dear.
Oh, dear. But it will be interesting, obviously, if we get the point and then, we are mathematically safe, what he does against Villa. I'd love to see.
You said, I'd like to see him go for it as well. You know, really give a really good show at the end of the season.
But I'd love to see them. You know, someone like Connor Coventry get a run out. Because obviously he's back in the squad. You know, a couple of the young boys. Obviously Ben Johnson's doing a good job here.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see them having a go. But we'll
That's
see.
a great left foot ball by Johnson there. Nice play there.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, I want to see a few players to see if they've got anything for the locker for next season. Like maybe Wiltshire, Anderson, you know, players like that. You know, are they going to? I mean, I reckon if we're able to sell Wiltshire, we will. But if we can't, then let's make the most of him and let's see what he's like at the moment. You know.
Totally.
You're back, Anton.
I'm back.
Right, I'm going to go and see if my food's ready.
Go on, you go see if your food's ready.
I'm going to be back in a minute.
What would you do without me, guys? Seriously,
last couple of minutes was still.
We've just been talking about social distancing. Nigel Khan and his bagel delivery service to my house, which was the most bizarre thing in the world. Because obviously we had all Friday, which was at game on Friday, and then Nigel would turn up with half a dozen salt beef bagels, and it was just the most bizarre thing in the world. But my wife was very happy.
Did you enjoy them?
Do you know, they're brilliant. They're beautiful. They're like the proper ones from Bagel Bake at Brick Lane. They're the proper ones. Because obviously, for those of you who don't know, obviously there's two shops in Brick Lane next to each other. One's really crap and one's really good. And clearly, because Nigel is not an out-of-towner, he knows the good one. And so, they were lovely. And as I said to Stella, my wife, she wasn't too happy with me because I got the times of the game wrong. I thought last week was 6 o'clock and this was 8 o'clock. And so I was at the game. I was at the ground like midday. I ended up doing an interview. I think
Gallo with a chance goes wide.
I know, yeah. But yeah, so the salt beef bagel was she was very happy with that on Saturday morning. But just having a look at the championship as well.
Russ, you know that we're currently in negotiations from a loan move with Nigel moving across from more than just a podcast to Irons United. We're
deal.
Strong, big deal going on. So strong possibility we're going to get a permanent transfer, but we don't know yet. It's all, the agents involved. Agent Sean Wheatstone, he's involved, and we're trying to see if we can push a deal through. But he's got a really expensive agent fee, so we'll see what happens.
4 pie, 2 and 2 apparently. That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
But it's
listen. What you will notice is from our watch-alongs, we just have some amount of banter. And Russ, I look forward to when the season, when the fans are allowed back, because hopefully you come and join us down at the supporters club, official supporters club.
Definitely. There's loads of stuff I want to do. I'm going to have to. Sorry, my wife's out. She's just gone for a pedal. She's just gone to get her feet done. So yes, I will be doing. I'll be trying my trick with saying kickoffs at 5:30 when it's a 3 o'clock one. So I get a couple of hours to get to go, because I want to go to the boats as well. I haven't had a chance to do that with the boys. The Gons and Gio have been really good. So and Charlie and stuff. And Tom. So I'd like to. And the supporters club stuff. I would love to do all that. And so hopefully we'll get a chance to do all that.
There's
and
loads of things. I think we're kind of we're starting to get a little bit spoiled now in and around the stadium with things to do. I know the boys at Hampstead have got the boats. I know that there's other events that go on further afield, but what we do, our guys, we just go down to the supporters club. So they've been having a lot of issues over the years about location, and they've managed to find a really fantastic location now. The last drop, it overlooks the London Stadium. It sits right beneath the orbit. It's like it's just a fantastic location. We've got music playing now. One of our guys takes control of the music set. We have really good banter, really good strong mixture of old school, new school West Ham fans, and it's just a great laugh. And in actual fact, if you've got to go and do a job at the game, Russ, maybe you don't want to join us because you might end up walking out too merry.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. But no, it's great. Yeah, definitely. That's the thing. Next season's looking forward to. I mean, we've got some cool stuff coming up with it on the channel as well. Obviously, we're still doing the Hammers 11. That's not going to stop for God knows how long that's going to be going on for. But we're doing some stuff with the Isla Fight charity soon, which is cool, which I'm looking forward to do, to sort of help them out a bit, and Baz and stuff. So yeah, no, it's going good, man. It's going good. And I'm looking
so have you got? Is there anything you can let the fans know that you're going to be doing that's different for the channel, or is that something you're keeping under wraps just now?
No. I mean, it's nothing sort of like groundbreaking at the moment. It's just we're doing some stuff for Isla's Fight, in terms of sort of merchandise, really, kind of. I'm working with a guy called Steve. Name. He does all the Sabutio, Sabutio artwork. He did it for like Macavard, and so we're doing a cover to do Hammer 11 in Sabutio players, and it's going to be cool. And we're putting a massive chunk of souls into Ira, and obviously the rest of Steve, basically, So it's it'll be cool. That's nice, and we're doing. My daughter's determined for me to do some merch. She's part of the YouTube generation, so we're doing a few t-shirts and crap like that, and it all go to Isla's Fight stuff. So, it's what are we doing? Nothing. Things sort of groundbreaking. A few live. And everyone can go back into the stadium and land up with 6 players who didn't want to do it at the moment because of Zoom. And so it's plugging all. I was on. I did some United, where you get like a on. I did this morning, which I was quite happy. I said 1-1. I really got a minute to left.
Ross, are you going to try and get any of the current players to give you their top 11, or is that a no-no? I think he's gone. Is he there?
Yeah, lost him, have we?
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard that question. Are you going to try and get any of the current players to give you their Hammers 11, or is that a no-no?
It's going to be tricky. I did notice that the club did it on their last. I've been doing a Hammers 11 thing. I don't know where they've got that idea from. But no, it's going to be it'd be tricky for the players, isn't it? I mean, when I've had we've had Kate Longhurst on there from the Hammers ladies team, and it took ages for her to get sign off. It's just difficult with the current players, isn't it? Obviously, I don't want to necessarily piss anyone off. Yeah. But oh god, Bowen. What is up with Bowen? He's been injured.
That's the second time he's been struggling.
He's been struggling. He got a big knock in it. He got a big knock in the second half. He was winded, and then he's been knocked his.
Well, he's been struck down again. He got his legs taken away from him.
Yeah.
And yet the game hasn't been stopped for that. That was a clear foul to me. But there you go.
I don't think it's a bad thing that Noble, maybe Yarmolenko, who's he come on for? I didn't even see that, just missed that. Oh, Bowen limped off. So Yarmolenko's on the park for the last 4 minutes injury time. For any of you that are watching, we will be coming to you for a review later on this evening. So make sure you tune in later on for our review. We have a special guest. I was discussing our negotiations that are taking place still, with a big transfer in the social media West Ham fan channel world.
Twitterati.
The
funny thing
is that Russ's new show as well as Nigel's.
Yes, guys, everyone just announced Russ is joining the team.
Yeah, the Twitterati. That's why it's my new show every Sunday, 8 till 10.
That would be good. The Twitterati.
I'll get the ball away, West Ham.
Come on, no.
It's away, Yarmolenko.
Yeah. Bowen's limping quite a bit. He's been kicked all over the place tonight, Bowen.
Guys, for anyone that's watching, Stella's 1 minute behind everyone else, so he's just seeing the ball in substitution.
I am. What can I do?
More importantly, who's gone up? Let's have a look. Oh, it's just kicked off. Is it 20 minutes?
Still, I was explaining to Russ the whole situation about the supporters club and the good banter we've got going on down there. The good situation. So, Yeah, great.
Yeah, it'd be a real pleasure to get back to that place. It's it's a good laugh. Even if we lose, it's good banter at the venue afterwards. So yeah, you should come along, Russ.
That's what I was saying that's St. Anton. Yeah, I mean that's the idea. The next season, it's obviously sort of become a little bit embedded now with everybody. So for the YouTube guys, and so I want to try and get through. And obviously, I want to get down to the boats, and I want to get down to the supporters club with you guys as well. Obviously, post match, can't do anything pre-match because I'm there bloody 4 hours before.
Of course, yeah.
But I just have to try it with my wife again and say that the game kicks off at 5:30 rather than 3 o'clock, and that gives me kind of hours drinking time.
You might not know, Russ, because the problem is when we're on it, I've not been round this season as much as I've wanted to, but when we're on it, and and Stell gets his arse kicked all the time, week in and week out from his missus. She's like, "When are you coming home?" Yeah, I'll be home. I'll be home after a full time.
She doesn't
The next thing. No, hold on a minute. The next thing, he's walking around Shoreditch. A bunch of guys are in tow. He's like, "Let's go to the best jazz club in Shoreditch," and we're getting knockbacks from pubs and clubs. It's midnight. We're stuck in central London. We have no idea what's going on. We've had a curry. We're feeling sick. We need more rum. He gets in. He sends a message and says, "She's not happy with me."
Yeah.
That's with me. Every time I go out, something happens. It just does at home. Whether I know the Wi-Fi goes down or something, and then it's always my problem. But
it's your fault because you weren't there to. Yeah.
Always happens.
I want to say something. Are you ready for this? Hold on a minute. It's happening. It's happening really soon. Are you ready? Oh, come on, ref. Don't throw me under the bus here.
Yeah, come on.
Blow that bloody...
Blow it.
Done,
at the moment, it looks like West Brom are going up, which is good.
Done and dusted.
He's giving him one more. He's giving them one more attack. It's 30 seconds after the 4-minute injury time.
I'll tell you something.
Come on.
That's it, Hilaire. Blow the whistle. There he goes. Yes. We're safe. We are officially safe.
Yes.
We are staying up. Say we are staying up.
We were staying up last week.
I know we were.
But now we can. Yeah, it's fantastic. Makes it great for them as well. Now they have to go to it's them and Leicester, and winner takes all for them. So it's brilliant.
Listen. We're going to come back to you later on with a review of the game. But West Ham have drew 1-1 with Manchester United at Old Trafford to secure officially our safety. I was just going to say what happens down at the bottom three, but nothing really changes for this. It's two of Aston Villa, Watford, and Bournemouth to go down. Be interesting to see what West Ham do come the Villa game and if there'll be many changes. So we will see. Russ, before you go, mate, do you want to give us a quick rundown on the game?
Comfortable, wasn't it? I think it was. Yeah. I think bar the first 15, 20 minutes, we were comfortable, and we had a lot of possession, a lot of midfield play. We held the ball well. United first half was absolutely. They just looked a shadow of the team. They came out, and then that was it. Really, it wasn't really the second half. It was like but I just think it was a comfortable game. I just thought we were comfortable. I wasn't really worried much. Apart from that first 20-minute spell of the second half. That was it, really.
Absolutely. Still, I'll talk to you after and we'll discuss what time we're coming back on it for our review.
Right,
so make sure you tune in.
Sounds good.
I think you're hungry, so go and get your dinner.
I'm starving, mate. I'm absolutely famished. Yeah. Russ, thank you for coming on, mate. Much appreciated.
Pleasure, man. Apologies. I just saw the Facebook message. That's why I came on as soon as I saw it. But that'd be lovely, guys. Lovely, guys. Lovely chatting.
Mate, take care.
Pleasure, mate. Thank you.
Cheers.
See you later.
Still, we'll be back on not shortly, in a little while. So make sure you tune in for our review. West Ham 1, Sorry,
we'll put out a message promotion as to what time we're going to be on, but please do look out for it. Do join us. Thank you all for I mean, you know, we're crap at watch alongs. We can't commentate for love or money, but we enjoy it. It's just banter, it's just chat, as you see, having guests coming on throughout the show as well. That's what it's about, isn't it?
Absolutely. Still, see you soon, mate.
All right, mate.
Good point for West Ham. Come on, you Irons.